on with our virtual ATC course. So if this is the first time you're here, oh shit, right? Yeah, don't worry. We'll take our time and we'll go from start to finish. Hence the title of tonight is Start to Finish, right? So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing some circuit work or pattern work. We're going to be flying circuits around Shannon International Airport here in the county of Clare. And well, the real weather is not grand, so we're using custom weather. And it's fairly simple at this stage. We're going to call up ATC after we get our weather information, or ATIS. We're going to ask air traffic control, hey man, can we do a thing and, well, you know, start our plane and stuff. Once we have all that, we'll get our clearance. We're going to taxi on out, hold it short of the runway, we'll report back. Then we're going to go and take off. We're going to fly 3 circuits tonight. 3 circuits, right? And on our first time round, it shall be a touch and go. We shall touch and go. The second time round, now this is exciting, right? We're going to touch and go. And then the third time we go around, it will be that of a full stop landing, right? Now we have practiced this fairly well over the last couple of weeks, but tonight the aim is we're going to go from start to finish. And the idea being is once you guys have been able to practice this tonight, well, you're pretty much good to go. I mean, you can replicate the very same thing on a VATSim or otherwise. I mean, circuits are circuits, right? The only changes that you might get if you're flying on VATSim, of course, is going to be the other traffic. So ATC might ask you to extend the downwind. You might have to wait on the taxiway. You might have to wait at the hold short a little bit longer because there's other aircraft to be aware of, right? And it's all about keeping, distance, safe distance from other aircraft, right? There's Toto. I may need some external fuel tanks. Oh, Jesus. Do you remember what nearly happened well, it did happen last week, to be fair, right? So how this is going to work, we're not using VATSim tonight, no. We use our own Discord channels to simulate that of ATC. And our good old buddy Opalo buddy, Gibbo Ireland, well, he's staffing up Shannon Ground. So when you tune into Shannon Ground, you'll hear a very nice voice, right? And it'll be Gibbo. Then, when you get onto Shannon Tower, you'll hear an even nicer voice, It'll be mine. I'm all right. I be doing the tower. So between myself and Gibbo, we're going to try and control the madness, right? But if you're new here, if this is the first time you're here, well, welcome aboard. Fear not. We're going to go through everything in detail. I'm going to do a full demonstration, and then we're going to invite everybody in. If you've been following along with the series and you haven't yet given it a shot, give it a shot. Give it a shot. I mean, we have a document here over here. And in this document, it's been updated. I posted it on our Discord earlier on, right? And some of the things I've added to it, of course, we have our circuit flying, putting it all together, and you have a sneak peek at what's coming down the road. Now, there'll be no ATC course next week because we have the flight to the Bremen, but it'll be starting then a week after that. But you'll start seeing now that we've added in flight plans. See, depending on how we go today, and if everyone is comfortable enough and you're happy enough doing the flights and the circuits, and you're relatively comfortable talking to ATC, well, our plan is, in 2 weeks' time, we're going to plan a flight, a VFR flight, we're going to file a flight plan, and we're going to fly from point A to point B. And this is the start of it. This is the real start of it. This is where we need to interpret charts, we need to read the maps, we need to get weather, we need to get en route weather, we need to know about diversions and alternates, and trying to figure out the rules and regulations for other airports we may not be 100% familiar with. It's essentially, this is where it all begins. This is where and when we actually go flying. At the moment, everything is confined to this one airfield, this one aerodrome, which is Shannon Airport. Everything has been confined to the area around the airport. We're hoping in 2 weeks' time then, but we're going to start moving on. We're going to try and maybe do a flight, something like maybe Shannon to Cork, or maybe Shannon to Kerry, or it could be Shannon to Sligo. We'll figure it all out. But it's important that have a read back through this document because it goes through, some of the charts you're going to need access to, right? Some of the phraseology you might need. So, for example, if we were to look at the abbreviations, right? What do all these things mean? You're going to have to read up on some of them. I've just noticed the contents thingy is moved. Blast! I have to do another version of this document. Blast! It didn't work. Anyway, it's not important. It's not important. Well, it is important. I've made a complete and utter mess of it. Remind me to fix that later. But anyway, this is what we're after here. Look, it's these sort of charts when it comes to IF4 or VF4. We're going to start off VF4, but then we're going to throw some IF4 in there as well. Visual flight rules or instrument flight rules. Fright, probably more accurate. And that's what we're going to do. So have a read down through this document. There's enough in it there just to, you know what I mean, get you up to date with what it is we're going to be working off. And a lot of it goes into the weather. Then you have all the different airspaces. Again, we don't need to worry too much about all the different classifications of airspace because, well, we're flying in Ireland for the moment and we'll be going through it step by step. And I'm looking forward to it. This could be fun, right? Visual flight rules. All right, visual fright rules. Thank you, Skep. I know, right? I'm on fire. Did I tell you I had to run today? Anyway, right? Anyway. So what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, we go down here. Look. Don't mind me firing through this. You'll catch up here now in a moment. We also have some European differences when it comes to the airspaces, right? And we did a lesson a long time ago, VF4 lessons. We did the VF4 lesson packs, right? And I have some information there. They're also in our Discord. You can have a quick read through just to remember some of the do's and some of the don'ts. And, you know, tonight is pretty much the traffic circuit. And it's VF4 traffic circuit. That's what we're going to be doing, right? Now, the good news is, well, we have our lesson. And, you know, it explains what to do at each stage. Taxi, takeoff, circuit flying, departure, and so on and so forth. So because we're on the ground here at Shannon, well, we need charts for Shannon. We need to know, well, it's a map, isn't it? And these charts are available in this document. The charts that you need for Shannon are here. I'll also put the ones up for the other flights as we go, right? There's going to be loads of updates to this thing. Anyway, this is the lesson, putting it all together, right? And this is kind of what we focused on, right? So what we're doing tonight is the whole shebang start to finish. So you'll notice that I've included stage 6, 7 and 8. We're going to be flying these parts tonight, including 9 and 10. So it's from start to finish. That's our plan here this evening, right? And then, as I said, you get a bit of a preview of what's coming down the track when it comes to flight plans or flight planning, right? And looking forward to all of this. Now, also, with thanks to Epic Fool, myself and Gibbo are working off a new thing to help us control some of the ATC. Because, to be honest, lads, I'm not going to lie to you. I was finding it hard to read my own writing. Get a good long hard look at that. It was under savage pressure. So we've come to the digital age. Yes. We're using spreadsheets. So what we have ground and we have tower. They are the two frequencies that are going to be up and running here on our Discord. And if anyone's new here, well, wait till you see this. This is Discord, lads, right? Yes. When you join... Oh, beat the Jesus. We'll get to the chat here now in a sec. When you join our Discord, you go to the arrivals area, then you click on start here, and you click on the little shamrock. The little shamrock hidden behind my mallet head down there. Once you click on that, it opens up all the other channels, you see? And you need to scroll down until it says Pilot Ops. And inside the pilot... Oh, wait, will this work? Hang on now, Murphy. You need to do a thing. I thought it was this button. Press some buttons here. Oh, them shortcuts aren't working, look. Gibbo, remember the thing I downloaded yesterday to do the thing? It's not working. Are they even turned off? What was it called? Zoom it. Hang on now. Now, let's see what happens. Aha! Right. Look, it's brilliant. Right, I knew it was going to work. I'm a genius. I told you before, I'm a genius. Anyway, look. You scroll... Where's my mouse? You scroll... Oh, Jesus, I'm after breaking it. Stupid thing. Shh. Right, here we go. So you ramble over to where it has Pilot Ops. And in the Pilot Ops screen, you ramble down, lads. You ramble down where it has the ATC course. And that's the important bit, yeah? So the ATC course, just above my head, yeah? You ramble into there. And once you're in the ATC course, that's where you see all the tagged bits of information, all right? And then, of course, then we have our frequencies, you see? And in our frequencies... which are down this side of the fence, disappear my mallet head. We're only looking out for two of these this evening, right? So we're looking at Shannon Ground and Shannon Tower. Both are in the alpha channels. So Gibbo is going to control ground and Murph is going to control tower. 'Tis as simple as that. You see. Right, if I just press escape, right, grand. I'm learning things. It's you know, brilliant, right? Brilliant. So anyway, that's how you get on to our Discord. So if you've never done this before, give it a shot. It's a bit of crack. And if you're sitting there nervous, well, don't be nervous. All will be well in the realm, because we're going to talk you through the whole shebang, right? So a quick run over of what we're going to do tonight. Stage 1, we obtain our ATIS. Stage 2, we contact ATC and we request our clearance for circuits and also an engine start. Stage 3 is going to be our start the engine of our aircraft, and then we're going to request a taxi. Stage 4 is the taxi. Stage 5 is going to be departure. Stage 6 is our first circuit. Stage 7 is a touch and go. Stage 8 is a touch and go. Stage 9 is a full stop landing. And stage 10 is taxi to parking. Now, it seems like there's an awful lot, but they move fairly fast together, and there are a lot of similarities in there as well, right? There's a lot of similarities in there as well. Do you see I fixed me lights? Right? Seeing what I can do, but caught up with a few bits. Oh, come on, Epic is here as well. Welcome in, Epic Fool. Good to see you. We'll see how many pilots we have, but Epic Fool designed this wonderful bit of equipment here, and we're going to be using this tonight because it's a great help. It's a great help. So myself and Gibber are locked into that, and if Epic Fool is around, dude, by all means, jump on in, man. Jump on in. So, you need to have 2 bits of information or 2 bits of stuff beside you. You're going to need this book, which is our manual. And you'll notice on this, right, if we go all the way up to putting it all together, where you have the green bit or where it says pilot, well, that's what you guys say. So we've typed out what you have to say. The blue bit or where it says ATC, well, that's what the controller will say to you. So now you have an idea of what the conversation shall entail. You'll know what to say and when to say it, and you'll have an idea of what the controller is going to say and when they're going to say it. All right. Now, there are some differences. For example, you have your call sign. Your call sign is your call sign, something for yourself, right? The aircraft type. I saw that the Just Flight fleet has been updated, all the Piper Arrows and the Cherokee as well. So you can, depending on the type of aircraft. And the weather information, we're sticking with Bravo, just to keep the whole thing simple. Information Bravo. Now, that'll change all the time, and what the controller will talk back to you, the active runway and the QNH, well, that'll change all the time, right? It depends on what the weather is actually doing. So, if you follow this document step by step by step, you will know exactly what to say, how to say it, and when to say it. All right? All right. So, hide that over there for a minute. Anyway, enough distractions, Murph. Are we ready to do a thing? I'm going to start by giving a full demonstration. Start to finish, this will take about 20 minutes. If you have any questions along the way, do be sure to ask. But the procedure is relatively simple. And if we follow our little book or the document, well, it'll be grand, right? I took out my TTM mug once in a foreign country, and the locals lifted me atop their shoulders and made me their leader. Or maybe it was too many sipages. That's a real thing. It's like the Holy Grail in some places. I believe the Mexicans absolutely love it. Do you know? Now, where are we at? We're over here, look. So, Murph, you missed a lot of sip. No, did I? See the way I tried to say that and not sound, you know, I missed a lot of sippages. Sound out, Murphy. At least 3. It's grand. Wait, we jump on to ATC with Kibbo. On ground, it's Greg. Right, now. Shh. Jesus, there we go. Hey, old veteran is here. Good to see you, Scott. Welcome in, welcome in. Jesus, Airlock did get a sip. Jesus. Oh, who's in charge? Okay. Now, oh yeah, does me button work, look. So what we're going to do, we're going to, oh yeah, we have to do the thing, look. Battery. Parking brake is on. And we need to get some radio. Now, I don't think this is working. We'll try it again, but it didn't work the last time, right? The sim was just like, nah, we're not playing. So I'm using Microsoft, the inbuilt ATIS to get, well, my ATIS, right? But I don't think it's working. So we'll just kind of simulate what it is we're going to do. So what I've done, step 1, we complete the walk around checks of our aircraft, as you would. And we're going to power up the unit to get the radio frequencies up and running. And we're going to tune into the ATIS, the Automated Terminal Information Service. We're going to go to 130.955. Then we need to take note of the information letter. But I don't think this is going to work. So we'll go 130 decimal, what did we say it was? 955, which is there. No, doesn't want to play. No idea why. But let's just say it did work. So information Bravo is current. Okay, let's go with that. So next up, we're going to tune into Shannon Ground 121.8. So again, you'll be using your radios. Once we get onto VATSim, you use these radios, right? So it's going to be Shannon Ground. So now we're tuned to Shannon Ground. We're going to have our very first call of the day to Shannon Ground. Now, I'm not going to chat to... Well, I could chat to Gibbo, but I'll go by this step by step. Or should I? That'll make it sound weird, though. Oh, wait. I will, actually. Hang on. I will. Oh, no, I won't. That'll make it very confusing. Right, never mind. How can't you get the ATIS? I don't know, Icebird. I'm after breaking something on my sim. I don't know. But anyway, not to worry, lads. Not to worry. So I now need to contact Shannon Ground. So I shall say the following. Shannon Ground, Echo India, Tango, Tango, Mike.
Echo India, Tango, Tango, Mike. Shannon Ground, pass your message.
Ooh. Echo India, Tango, Tango, Mike is a Cessna 172 at GA parking with information Bravo. Request VA4 circuits and engine start.
Echo India, Tango, Tango, Mike. You are approved for VA4 circuits and engine start. Squawk VA4. Active runway is 06. QNH 1011. Call for taxi.
Approved for VA4 circuits and engine start. Squawk VA4. Active runway is 06. QNH 1011. Echo India, Tango, Tango, Mike. And that's it. That's our initial call. So that's step 1 and 2 complete. Now, stage 3. The startup. So we're going to start up our aircraft. So we're going to make sure we're good to go here. So beacon, nav lights come on, fuel pump. We have some fuel into the system. Mags right, left, and both. We shall say clear prop. Ooh. And we have a good start on the engine. So lean our mixture while we're on the ground. Go ahead and get the rest of our avionics up and running. Excellent. Now at this stage we reset our barrel because we have the ATIS information already, yeah? Now let's see, transponder can go to standby because he told us there's going to be squawking VA4. VA4 in Ireland is 7,000. In the United States, most of it is 1,200. Just check with the local charts, or if you're unsure, a simple Google tends to do the job for you. So we started up our engine. We're going to check our temperatures and all our pressures, and when we're ready to taxi, we remain on Shannon Ground, and we need to call them up. It's at this stage, lads, you need to make sure you write down the information. Highly important, because you're going to get a taxiway instruction. Now, also very handy if you have your chart, because, well, you need to know where it is they're going to direct you. Yeah. So in this case, we're going to be told taxi via the apron over to Alpha and hold short runway 06. So we know we're going to be going across this way. Google, now that is an official source. Right. Oh, damn it, Jim is here. Damn it, Jim. Good to see you. So you need to make sure you have your charts open. I use Navigraph, the subscription there. It's absolutely brilliant. This isn't the chart per se. This is just an overview of the airport. However, if I did want to check on the chart, well, I just click on the airport, open the airport, right? I can have a look at the runways to see what they're doing, but I can also have a look at the charts. So if I were to click on taxi, you can see where the stuff is. So airport information and taxi minimums. Here's the official chart. Now you can overlay that over, or you can just open the chart itself. So this is the actual chart, actual. And there's information here that we can read off it. For example, you're going to get the airport elevation. You're going to get, it's a lot long. You're going to get the date that this chart is active, because charts go out of date. That's why years ago, and some airlines still do it today, they have the pilot has a big briefcase. It's not with, like, you know, letters and stuff. It's all the charts. They used to carry around all the charts, right? Anyway, it gives us information about it. So it says runway 24 is approved for category 2 operations. Special aircrew and aircraft certification is required. 180-degree turns executed by wide-body aircraft are permitted only at the end of each runway. For bird concentration, see ATC pages in Ireland. It's not sort of birds. Anyway, but you can see where all the information is, and a lot of the time you should get the transition level, usually. But again, most ATC information will have it. They'll tell you what the transition level is. Yeah. So this is all grand. We can see where we are in the chart. We are over at the general aviation parking. We're going to taxi across the apron, and then it's over to Alpha. If we're unsure, we can actually have a look at the absolute stand numbers. Again, there's charts for this, so you can have a read all about them. All right. Also, with the change of the magnetic runways designations change. Yeah, so there's also a rate of change. You'll see it here. Look, where's my gadget gone? You'll see it here on the chart in our book, right? So if you were to look at the chart on Shannon, see the way it says annual rate of change? Because, well, the magnetic fields move each and every year. So it says it's around 11 degrees west every year. Or minus 11 degrees, or whatever it is. It's very, very small, but you'll often see, the runway's gone from 06 to 07. Wait, what? Or 06 to 05. That's what they mean by that. All right? So anyway, this stage we need to talk to ATC because, well, we're going to tell them that we're ready to taxi, right? So our last instruction was call when ready to taxi. So this is what we're going to do. Echo India Tango Tango Mike is at GA parking, ready to taxi.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike, taxi via the apron and Alpha, hold short, runway 06.
Taxi via the apron and Alpha and hold short, runway 06, Echo India Tango Tango Mike. Huzzah! We have received our taxi clearance. Again, we can have a look at the chart to say, where is he asking us to go? In this case, taxi to across the apron to Alpha and hold short, runway 06. So you can kind of see what's there. We know what's there. We're laughing, right? We're absolutely laughing. So close that chart there now. So if you have other screens, you can use Navigraph on your phone or a tablet or whatever. You can monitor all this and connect everything up together because you can actually see where your aircraft is. Really, really handy, right? So with that, it's now time to taxi. A couple of things we need to do, and we have some tips here. For example, with our instruction noted, we check our charts and we start to taxi. In this case, we must taxi via the apron, then Alpha, hold short 06, and some helpful notes along the way. Make sure that our beacon, nav, and taxi lights are turned on. Check. Check for other aircraft or people before moving off. And once we start moving, the initial bit, once we start moving, well, we need to test the brakes. And you do that in the sim just as you would in the real world. That's important. Always, always test your brakes. Keep an eye out for all other aircraft and maintain a safe distance. And your taxiing speed should be like a bit of a brisk walk or a jog. You know, it's about kind of 4 knots. No, a bit of a fast walk. Don't forget to do our run-up checks before we get to the hold short line. That's extremely important for these aircraft. You have to do what's called a run-up check. So, park and brake coming off. Doing a bit of power, huh? Test the brakes. Brakes are working. And make sure we don't take the head off that fella. So we'll just kind of, yeah, don't mind him for the minute. Hey, Arch is here. The same speed as you ran earlier. Oh no, that was positively warp speed. Positively warp speed. But yeah, it's not a race. You don't want to go too fast. Depending on the aircraft, take your time. I mean, like, it's exciting when you think about it, the types of aircraft you can start flying once you get onto VATSim. I mean, it could be the airliners, it could be the general aviation stuff, it could be a tail dragger. That's a real challenge, right? So as you're taxiing, take your time. There's no rush, and you're monitoring constantly outside of that window. What's going on outside? We're visual flight rules, so everything, 90% of our time, is spent looking outside the window. Yeah? That's what they do with visual flight rules. If we were instrument flight rules, well, when you're taxiing and for ground operations, your eyes are outside, yeah? But once you get airborne, the focus is heavily on your instruments. But for us, it's a quick glance to know what our instruments are doing, mainly our speed and altitude. That's about it. Make sure we don't take the head off that fella. Slices his body in half, right? It's totally fine. Totally fine. Nothing to see here at all. When you are paying for the aircraft on hobs, you are moving. Effectively so. So any of the flight schools or clubs that you go to, you're charged per hob hour, or they call it wet hour. Basically when the engine is running, that's what you're paying for. And it makes total sense because that's the recorded time in the airframe. That's what, you know, once an aircraft gets to so many hours, regardless of the mileage, it depends on the hours, then it has to go off and get an inspection done and servicing and all this sort of stuff, yeah? Taxi or flying, it's still $180 an hour. Skipper Jeff, good to see you. $180, man, that's kind of Jesus. Arch, it's good to see you, man. He don't care, he has good insurance. It would be fairer to use TAC hobs. All I know with the flight schools in Ireland, it's not to call it airtime, right? But like usually, if you pay for a 30-minute flight, you get about kind of 45 minutes in total. You'll get your 30 minutes in the air. That's how they kind of charge for it. And then you have like your walk around, your pre-checks, and after landing debrief and all that. That's usually the case. Anyway, I'm just going to duck in here to the left because I want to do my run-up checks. They're important. So ideally, you want the nose of the aircraft facing into the wind when you're doing your run-up checks. So in this case, we're going to apply the park and brake, and we're just going to do a very basic mag check. So mixture goes to rich. RPM is going to be increased up to about 1750 on the RPM. And what we're going to do, we're just going to lower the mags. We're going to turn off the right mag, then turn off the left mag, and by looking at that we should see a drop in RPM, usually somewhere between about 100 150. So we're going to go to the right mag. There's the drop. Go back to both. Go to the left mag. There's the drop, and we go back to both. Now, can anyone tell me, from what you've learned so far, right, what would happen if and when you turn off one of the magnetos, but the engine is doing this? Have a listen. What if you heard that from the engine? What would that signify? What would that let you know? What information is that giving you? It goes well, Arch, it goes well. That's basically the engine telling you that you fouled it. There's a buildup of carbon is on one of the pistons. You got to blow it off out of there. It might also indicate another problem, but it is mechanical. I can't even say 9 times out of 10, but a lot of the time when you hear that, well, there is a way for the pilot to attempt to solve it, right? And how they do it is you reduce as much mixture as possible without cutting out the engine, right? So you lean the mixture as best you can and increase RPM. Yeah? And that will clear it. And then you do another mag check to make sure all is tickety-boo, and it should be. So we've now finished with our run-up checks, and we're going to continue our taxi. Again, you're looking out for traffic, and we continue on. It means they're pushing the throttle in and out. No! If you hear that sound when you're doing a mag test, some aircraft will have that simulated. There's one particular aircraft that'll have it simulated very, very well. The Just Flight stuff do it. If you hear it going, you know. David Bay, yeah, I like that. Yeah, we're going to die! Totally fine. So our instruction was hold short runway 06. We're about to ramble up to runway 06. Now, so we're going to prepare to stop as we approach the whole short line. That is the whole short line. There's usually signposts there. They're usually in red. You might get flashing lights, and you can see a direct line across the runway. Right? So we're going to hold short runway 06. Now, sometimes ATC could be clued in. They'll actually talk to you before you get there, because they're, you know, if it's a quiet day, they'll talk to you before you get there. You just got to be aware of that, because you'll feel that your workload is increasing because, well, you know, you were focusing on just getting to the whole short line. All of a sudden ATC are like, hey, get over to tower now, and you're over to tower, right? So just be aware of that. Anyway, once we have arrived at the whole short, we call up Shannon ground and we tell them where we are, right? Echo India Tango Tango Mike, holding short runway 06 at Alpha.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike, contact tower on 118.7.
Contact tower on 118.7. Echo India Tango Tango Mike. Nice. Now we got to tune into Shannon Tower, in which is going to be 118.7. Now, a trick of the trade here, I haven't done it naturally, but a trick of the trade is always have your radios ready to go for the next frequency. So you have standby, and then you have COM 1 and you have standby 1. So always try and have your radios kind of ready to go for the next station. So over to Shannon Tower. We're now tuned in. We wait a moment, make sure there's no one talking, and then we start. Are we ready? Shannon Tower, Echo India Tango Tango Mike, holding short runway 06 at Alpha, ready to copy.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike, hold position. After departure runway 06, you are cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet VFR. QNH 1011.
Hold position. After departure runway 06, cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet VFR. QNH 1011. Echo India Tango Tango Mike.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike, correct. Surface winds 0506 knots. Runway 06, cleared for takeoff, report downwind.
Clear for takeoff, runway 06, report downwind. Echo India, Tango, Tango, Mike. That's it. We have our clearance, Clarence. Landing lights come on, strobes come on, park and brake off, mixture in, flaps set, transponder altitude mode, and we were given instructions there. We are not allowed to go past 1,500 feet. So we'll put that into our little gadget here. Don't go past that. Now, as we approach the runway, look left, look right. It's all clear. For this lesson, Shannon Airport has an absolutely massive runway. We don't need all of it. So we don't need to back taxi. We're just going to go straight out. There is more than enough runway here. Hey, Scruffy Tom is here. Good to see you. There's an absolute ton of runway here. We don't need it all, right? So what I've done to help me along, I've put the heading indicator to the runway heading because I want to fly the runway heading, because when it comes to the circuit, well, you're going to be flying by 90-degree angles. You're going to go out 90, you're going to go out runway heading, turn left 90, turn left 90, fly the downwind, then we turn left 90 and left 90, and then we're back again. You see it all here now in action. So our next step is we're going to fly the circuit, but we must report when on downwind, right? So are we ready? I think so. We're walking, we're talking, and we're squawking. Power coming in. So takeoff power is set, airspeed is alive. And we're going to wait for about 55 knots, which is there. Oopsie daisy. Now we're airborne. We're going to climb in the Cessna 172 at about 72 to 74 knots, which is about right for the aircraft. Again, I'm going to stay on the runway heading, and I'm going to fly this until I get to 500 feet. My first turn left will be at 500 feet. Now, as I'm approaching 300 feet, we can flaps up. So far, so good. And this is where, you know, some of the flight training comes in. This is where you start learning some of the basic things with flying. Holding a heading, you know, keeping an eye on your aircraft, checking your speed, vertical speed, the whole shebang. So there's 500 feet, our first turn to the left. And they're not sharp turns, they're nice, gentle turns. It's a 90-degree turn to our left. Continue our climb until we get to 1,000 feet. So we'll roll out the turn. Coming up on 90 degrees. There she be. Have a quick look over our left shoulder. Runway, that's where we left. We're looking good. This is known as the crosswind leg. We continue on. Once we get to 1,000 feet, we will turn left. And remember, we have an altitude restriction. We cannot go above 1,500 feet. Okay, here's 1,000 feet. Left turn. Nice and easy. Usually the circuit altitude will be 1,000 feet, but ATC have given us enough kind of room to maneuver. They just said don't go above 1,500. Yeah, okay, pretty sweet. So as we continue another 90-degree left turn, when we level out or when we straighten up, we'll now focus on getting the aircraft a little bit stable. We're going to reduce our power here a little bit, keep the speed down, right? A happy speed is somewhere around kind of 90 knots. That just means everything's moving at the speed we can stay in control of the aircraft. The aircraft is not getting ahead of us, yeah? So as I'm lowering the speed, I'm just going to put in some trim here, make sure everything's tickety-boo. And you can see why I've used the direction indicator to help me along, rather than having to count degrees. Well, I know, where I took off is now directly behind me. I'm flying in the opposite direction. And if we want to verify that, if we look out our left window, there is our runway parallel to the aircraft. It's exactly parallel. This is the downwind leg. At this stage, we need to talk to ATC because they told us report on downwind. We also need to state our intention. What do we want to do? He doesn't know we want to do touch and goes, so we need to get on and ask him, right? Echo India Tango Tango Mike, downwind for runway 06, touch and go.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike, roger, report final, runway 06.
Report final, runway 06, Echo India Tango Tango Mike. Okay, we continue on. The controller has told us report on final for runway 06. You can see now why it's important to know what each of the leg names are. Crosswind, downwind, base, final, and so on, yeah? Straighten up there a little bit, Murph. Let's stay to you. Right, so we'll kick Gawk outside the window. We know we're going to be turning left base when the runway is at roughly a 45 degree over our left shoulder. That's when we turn. Now, if you have some visual reference points, we all like visual reference points, we can of course use them as well. This island here being one. Once we get to that island, turn left. Okay. Hey, ailerons, good to see you. Quart, good to see you. Okay, so we're going to start our turn now. And we can start descending. Again, drop 500, then another 500 on final. So this is the base leg. Remember, he told us to report back on final. Alright? So we make sure we get our 90-degree turn. Now, keep an eye on our altitude, what we're doing here. Okay, we want to straighten up. We're now on our base leg. Quick look out the window. There is the runway. I can clearly see it. So we're going to be turning left shortly. Again, we're keeping an eye out for other traffic. Make sure that all our temperatures and pressures are doing what they're doing. Speed is looking good. We've descended now a nice bit. We continue on. Now it's time to turn left again. Get ourselves lined up at the runway. Here's a left turn coming in. And once we complete this turn, we will be on final for runway 06. It's a relatively short final here, but we're grand, right? Okay, so we're now on final. Echo India Tango Tango Mike on final for runway 06, touch and go.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike, clear, touch and go, wind 0504 knots, report downwind.
Clear, touch and go, runway 06, and report downwind. Echo India Tango Tango Mike. Right, so basically, we've reported downwind, we've told them we're doing a touch and go, we are cleared for our touch and go, and then the controller has told us report downwind. So that means we're going to do our touch and go, take off, climb, and we talk back to the controller once we're on the downwind. It's fairly straightforward. We don't need to talk to him now for a while. Pressure's off, right? Hey, Patrick is here. Good to see you. So we have a notch of flaps for our approach here. We're looking at the PAPI lights. There's loads of things around the runway that will give you a good indication of your height and how your approach is looking, right? But for the moment, it's fine. Absolutely fine. Now, this might seem a little kind of straightforward or even trivial at this stage, but I can promise you, when you start doing this on VATSim, doesn't matter if it's your first, second, or 20th time, you feel a little bit of kind of, ooh, right? Because there's someone else watching what you're doing. They're kind of not critiquing you, you know what I mean? But they kind of are, right? So remember, this is a touch and go. Second notch of flaps. Hey, Alison Johnson is here. Hello, Alison. Happy Monday. Ali, I watched back your flight on Saturday. I was out all day. And it was a lovely flight. Lovely flight. Okay, so we're going to do our touch and go here now. So just watch our descent coming in. We're going to hold the nose. Easy does it. Don't float with Murph. There's contact. Let the wheels down. Increase our power. Flaps up 1 notch. Accelerate to 55 knots. Yep, see Daisy. There is a touch and go. Now, we don't need to talk to the tower. We don't need to say anything really at this stage because our instruction is report on downwind. Fair enough. So we're doing all right. Again, we climb runway heading until we get up to about 500 feet. Go ahead and bring our flaps in now as you come up to 300 feet. Now, because we're constantly flying at Shannon, we know how long this runway is. So extend forward of the runway a little bit before turning left. Otherwise, you'll end up turning halfway down the runway. You know what I mean? So just reduce your rate of climb to compensate. Because you'll see where the runway stops. You'll get a good inclination and an idea. Plus, you're looking out for visual reference points. You're looking for landmarks. I know that we were pretty much bang on line with that power station over here on the left the last time, yeah? By the way, I'm using We Love VF4. Here's our first turn left. Start our turn. And it's a left turn 90 degrees. We're still maintaining our climb. Keep an eye on that. So there is the power station. We're thereabouts. We're a little bit shorter than last time, but I think we're okay. So we're going to straighten up. I'll do a quick check over our left shoulder. There's the runway from when we took off. And we continue our climb up to 1,000 feet. Are we following so far, lads? Good, good, good. Okay, as we approach 1,000 feet, we'll start our turn to the left to complete another 90-degree turn. There we go. Now remember, we cannot go above altitude 1,500 feet via 4. We don't have clearance for that altitude. So we'll keep it in around about 1,000. That was a bit of a steep turn, I will say that. I was getting excited, so I was. So we straighten up. Reduce a bit of power. And we just want to get the control inputs, get them kind of neutralized. Essentially, you're going to be trimming out and keeping the aircraft flying level. Alright. Now a quick look to verify our position. We know where we are looking at our instruments, but if we look out the left window, we should be parallel to the runway. Yep, there's the runway. All is well. This is the downwind leg. It's now time to talk to ATC once again. Echo India Tango Tango Mike, downwind for runway 06, touch and go.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike, Roger, report final runway 06.
Report final runway 06, Echo India Tango Tango Mike. Nice. Just like we did the last time, stage 7 and 8 are identical. This is our second touch and go, alright? And again, we're flying down, we're going to be waiting for the runway to be roughly 45 degrees over our left shoulder, and then we will start our turn to the left to be on the base leg. The controller has told us report on final. Okay, so we continue on. So far so good. So far so good. We're at 1,000 feet. All is looking well. We're going to use that island there on our left for some sort of a visual aid, right? A visual reference point, if you will. There's the runway, nearly at 45 degrees. We'll just continue on here a small little bit. Skipper Jeff, that's awesome, man. Okay, that's roughly 45 degrees. And we're going to start descending. Bring some power back, and it's a left turn 90 degrees onto what's called the base leg. That's where we're heading for now, alright? you don't want to turn too steep. Like, it's not aerobatics here, but you don't want to go too wide either. All right, try and pick the same visual reference points each time if you can. So there's roughly 90 degrees. Jesus Murphy made a dog's dinner out of that. Looking out the window, I can see the runway that we're going for. This is the base leg, or the left base for runway 06. Continue on. And we'll get ready to turn on final. We're looking good. And we'll start our final turn. Make life a little bit easier so we can actually see where the runway is. That's looking good. Watch our rate of descent. Watch our speed. If things are moving too quick, slow down. And Echo India Tango Tango Mike, downwind, runway 06, touch and go.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike, roger. Runway 06, clear touch and go, wind 0504 knots, report downwind.
Cleared, touch and go, runway 06, report downwind. Echo India Tango Tango Mike. So we reported, I probably got some of that wrong. We reported we're on final for runway 06. We want a touch and go. The controller cleared us for our touch and go. Once again, they gave us some wind information. What's the wind doing on the surface? We don't need to read that back to them. And our instruction is report on downwind. Same crack again. So our approach is looking good. We'll go for not to flaps here. Speed is good. Looking at the runway, we can see where our touchdown zone is going to be. And we just continue on in. Second not to flaps. Small bit of wind to contend with, nothing major. At this stage, try and use your rudder pedals to control the direction of your airplane, not so much your ailerons. That's real world stuff, but try and apply that logic if you can. So we're going to watch for the flare. Roughly here. Touchdown is here, right on the marker. It's a touchdown. Get the nose wheel down. Good. Increase our power. Bring up one notch of flap. Accelerate to about 55 knots. Yep, see daisy. And we're airborne once again. Keep an eye on our temperatures and pressures. All is looking good. And we'll do a shallower climb here because we got a lot of runway to pass, right? We have a lot of runway to pass. So we won't climb as kind of heavy as we would. We can even bring our power back a smidgen. Did the stall warning sound? Probably just. Now, this is our final circuit. When we get to the downwind, we're going to tell the controller we want a full stop landing, right? This is exciting, lads, isn't it? So bring your flaps in. So we're approaching 500 feet. Again, look for the visual reference points. There's the power station I'm looking for. Once we get to 500 feet, it's going to be a left-hand turn. There's 500 feet. Start our turn. Left turn, 90 degrees. This might seem very basic to you now at this stage, but if it feels very familiar or it seems a little bit basic for you, good. That means you're learning it. There's the visual reference point. We're going to continue our climb up to 1,000, roll out on our 90-degree turn. We're going to look left over our shoulder. There will be the runway, exactly where we want it to be. And we continue on. Continue our climb up to 1,000 feet, then it's another left turn. Okay, so come up to 1,000 feet. Left-hand turn. So far, so good. Hey, Howitzer, good to see you. What's Howitzer saying to me? What did we do wrong? Well, technically my flaps went up and then I added power. That's what I did, but then I spoke about it. Okay, watch your height. Roll out on another 90 degree. Now, get ourselves straightened up. Get the aircraft somewhat stable. This is where we start trimming out. Easy now. Now, if we look out our left window, we should be parallel to the runway, which we are. So our circuit is fairly accurate. Now it's time to call up ATC once again. We're on the downwind, yeah? Echo India Tango Tango Mike, downwind for runway 06, full stop.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike, roger, report final, runway 06.
Report final, runway 06, Echo India Tango Tango Mike. So, we didn't say to land, and that's important for this area. It'll vary from controller to controller, but for Shannon, they like to say full stop. Well, for Ireland in general, full stop. Okay, you're doing a full stop landing. We got you, right? So we continue on. Now, after our landing, the next stages will be we have to vacate the runway and then we need to taxi back. So there's a couple of stages going to come together here fairly quickly, right? Yes, howitzer, I'm using the HSI to do that. Your heading indicator. Like, after a while, you're going to get your visual reference points. Compass could do it as well, yeah. Okay, so far so good. Runway, roughly 45 degrees. Flying here just a little bit. Bring our speed back now because we're fairly booting it. And we'll start our descent and start our turn. Here comes 90 degrees. So we're turning onto the base leg. Our instruction here is to report final. So we are descending. We're looking good. And we'll straighten up at 90 degrees. There's the runway. I was going a little bit fast. Ideally, your speed around a circuit, depending on the aircraft, of course, 80 to 90 knots if you can. Ideally. Okay, left turn for final. Now, I'm going to deliberately stay a little bit high here because this is for our lesson, what we're doing. We're going to have a ton of other people trying to take off, so we need to extend your landing a little bit. Like, go right down the end of the runway, because we're not exiting until the end of it, right? Okay, time to talk to ATC because we're on our final. Echo India Tango Tango Mike on final, runway 06, full stop.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike, runway 06, clear to land, wind 060, 7 knots.
Clear to land, runway 06, Echo India Tango Tango Mike. Nice, we are cleared to land. Okay, so watch our approach coming in here. You'll notice that the wind changes a little bit. Direction and heading, or direction and speed, they change all the time. Just to be aware of it. Because, for example, if it suddenly became kind of, you know, 010 at 5 knots, that's going to add on a little bit of a nose push. Now, I will catch up with the chat, lads, because I have it on a smaller screen while I'm reading instructions here, but just bear with me. Now, I'm intentionally high coming in here, so don't be worrying. Or if you're way too high, we know. It's grand, right? It's grand. It's all part of the plan. Bart's having the crack with the dog. The man with the dog doing the thing. Now again, I am super high here, but it's okay. Considering we're going to have folks coming out on Alpha. You don't want to land before Alpha and then take 17 weeks to get up. Do you know what I mean? Up to the top of the runway. So this is quite intentional. So, second notch flaps. This is going to help slow us down. Okay, easy does a Murph. Hold the nose. Hold the nose. Power to idle. Hold the nose. Touchdown. Nice and gentle. Okay, start bringing their flaps in. That was just before the stall horn. It had to be. I was like 40 knots. Okay, so we need to exit the runway. And we have to clear the runway. So it's not just saying, I'm clear of the runway. You're not cleared yet until you go on the far side of the whole short line. Okay? So continue on. Okay, so once we pass the whole short lines, now we are clear of the runway. Okay, that'll just about do us. Now it's time to talk to ATC. Echo India Tango Tango Mike vacated onto Charlie.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike, roger, contact ground on 121.8.
Contact ground on 121.8, Echo India Tango Tango Mike. Nice, now it's time to talk to ground. But while I'm here, we're going to tidy up the plane, get ourselves somewhat sorted. Landing lights are now off at this stage. Leaner mixture, that's what we wanted. All is looking good in the hood. So we're going to now talk to Shannon ground. Change the frequency, 118.7, and we'll jump on over to ground. Shannon ground, Echo India Tango Tango Mike, vacated onto Charlie, request taxi to general aviation parking.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike, Shannon ground, taxi on Charlie, Delta 2, Delta 1, and turn left onto general aviation apron.
Taxi on Charlie, Delta 2, Delta 1, and turn left onto general aviation apron for Echo India Tango Tango Mike. Now it's the same crack again. The controller has given you taxi instructions. If you're unfamiliar, we're now here. So we're saying taxi on Charlie, Delta 2, Delta 1, and then turn left into parking. See the way it's all signposted? Charlie, Delta 2, Delta 1, into aircraft parking. So make sure you have your charts for this, lads, yeah? Okay. Continue on. So now we're going to taxi back to parking. And that was it. That was a complete circuit. Takeoff, 3 circuits, which included 2 touch and goes and 1 full stop landing. Now, you can vary that up. You can say, I want 1 touch and go and I want 1 low pass. A low pass is, well, you're cleared to do a low pass over the airfield at speed. But for the sake of learning, for the sake of practicing and giving you guys enough information to build up your confidence and competence and, you know, comfort, stick to what we're doing in the ground school manual. It just helps. It gives you a solid foundation. And that's all this is. This is the entry point, right? It gives you a solid foundation to be able to continue this well into your virtual aviation career, wherever that may take you. Be it flying on airliners or, you know, flying the general aviation stuff, it's entirely up to you. But when you get to fly on the likes of VATSim and on all the networks, it's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. It's a great way to enhance your experience. Now, we remain on the ground frequency, but they haven't told us to report back or anything. So at this stage, we're just listening. We're just monitoring, yeah? We don't need to report when we park up. We don't need to do any of that because we haven't been told what to do. The most important thing as a pilot you can do, you read back and follow the instructions the controller gives you, provided they are safe to do so. And this is where the real world training comes in. A controller may advise you to do something that might be outside the capabilities of the aircraft. They may not be aware of a imminent risk. So you follow ATC provided it is safe to do so. That's a golden recipe. Now, 99% of the time, the VATSim controllers are They're on the ball. They know the crack. They're on the ball. But sometimes you'll hear pilots say unable or not able. And once you're not taking the Dennis Hickey out of it, it could be a simple thing to say, you know, increase speed to 120 knots. Jesus, not able to do that. I'm in a Cessna 172. You know what I mean? This is where it comes into it. Okay, so here's the left turn onto the general aviation apron, and we're just going to taxi in here and bring our aircraft to a complete stop. All right. We'll do a turn in here to the left. Looks good. And gently apply the brakes. Parking brake has been set. At this stage, transponder is now off. Taxi lights come off. What else do we need to do? Avionics can now come off. We're finished with the radios. You would now disconnect from the VATSim network. And we will go engine off. Alright. So, mags come off. Lights off. And battery off. Fuel shut off valve usually comes out. Tank usually goes onto the right when I'm in the plane. And that's kind of it. So from start to finish, that is VFR circuits, exactly the way to do it. Flying at Shannon under Irish ATC. That is exactly the way to do it. By the book. By the book, right? Read your Hobbs. Oh yeah, then you have to read the Hobbs. And then you're saying to yourself, because the instructor might say, yeah, what's the Hobbs? Oh, always get the Hobbs before and after. Make sure, as a student pilot, always get the Hobbs. So if he says, you know, it's 6 and a 10, it's 5 and a quarter. Is it? Oh, yeah. Right? It's interesting that the Hobbs is over here. On the 172 I fly, there's a little yoke down here with it. Anyway, not important. Okay, so Gibbo's working away with the lads. And no one's over to me just yet. Now, I want to show you this thing. So we have some information over here, look. So you can see that Gibbo has Muse, David Bay, Rambo Morg, and Eamon. The type of aircraft, information, and what they're cleared for. So see the way Epic Fool did all of this? This is brilliant. This is class, right? So all of this is set up. So Gibbo's doing all the stuff here now, right? So David Bay is clear for taxi, so we can keep an eye on things as we're doing things here as well, right? So I'll keep that over there so I can keep an eye on who's who and what they're doing, right? So David Bay should be started up, which he is, and he's going to be clear for taxi. Now we can jump in and have a listen and say nothing. Are we ready? Are we ready? Where's the button I need to press? Oh yeah, mute me, right? And we'll jump in and we'll jump in quickly and have a listen.
So VFR circuits and engine start.
Golf Yankee, good evening. You're approved for VFR circuits and engine start. Squawk VFR, active runway 06, QNH 1011, call for taxi.
Approved for VFR circuits and engine start. Squawk VFR, active runway 06, QNH 1011, Golf Yankee.
Echo India 2654, request taxi.
Echo India 2654, taxi via the apron, Alpha, and hold short, runway 06.
Taxi via the apron, Alpha, and will hold short, runway 06, Echo India 2654.
Do you remember Gibbo used to give me abuse for having a very posh voice?
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot, ready to taxi.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot, taxi via the apron, Alpha, and hold short, runway 06.
So hot right now.
Via the apron, Alpha, and hold short of 06. Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot.
Very good, isn't it? Very, very good. Who's this? Hey, Fly with Nick is here. Good to see you, man. Loving the nameplatage. It's absolutely gorgeous. We like it a lot. It's beautiful. That's a Egypt. Where you big Egypt? Right, now, where are we at? Muse fan is moving, as David Bay is also moving as well. Now, do you know what's really handy here? What's ARG? What the hell is that? Oh, yeah, the amphibious Rebbe. David Bay. Here we are. Yes. This is actually really handy for the ATC because we can actually, if we needed to, we could color code these guys. You know what I mean? Wait, why didn't that work? David Bay, yes. Right, okay. Hide unknown nameplates. There we go. Right, that should do the trick there, shouldn't it? Yeah. Right, give it a mo, Talking nameplates on off doesn't change immediately using keybind. Gotcha. Ah, look at that! It worked! Brilliant! Ah, that's fantastic, Nick. Fly with Nick is a genius! I'm just telling you. Genius, right? Welcome in. So we can see that we have now. Did Muse get ahead of David Bay, or doesn't really matter, I suppose. But just to be aware of what's going on. So we've 3 lads approaching the whole short, and they're probably going to do their the run-ups and stuff, you know, before they get going, right? And well, we'll see what the crack is here now. This is fierce exciting. And fair play to everyone for taking part. Like, I mean, lads, it's not easy. It's not easy. You have to talk on a microphone and you have to know what you're doing and all this sort of stuff. But take your time with it. It'll become second nature to you. You know what I mean? Now let's have a look. Where's Cat Battage? Yes, that is how it should be. Toto there, yeah. About, yeah, sorry, yeah. I still need to like tidy all this up, but I will tidy it all up. I promise you, I'll tidy it all up. I can talk in a microphone and I can know what I'm doing, just not at the same time. Maddie, that's not good. That means I have to be worried about what's going to happen next, man. Jesus. Right, we're doing all right. So you can see what the lads are doing, the run-ups. I don't think Muse did a run-up. The devil. That's okay, though. It's a good old Muse fan. He knows what he's about. Run-ups. Too late to start jumping and jogging on the spot. Don't mention running to me. I had to run earlier on. So I'm expecting we're going to hear Muse fans shortly. Hey, Warhamster's here. Good to see you. Now, let's see. Am I doing all this right? I think Jesus, who pressed that button? Friend to all is here. Thank you very, very much indeed. 24 months.
Good evening, Shannon Tower. Echo India 2654 at the hold. Runway 06.
Here's a guy who's not ready. Drop that one there. Yes. Bring this one over here. Yes. He's probably saying to himself now, Jesus, Murphy, are you there at all? Yeah, I will be. Too busy talking, lads. Okay.
Echo India 2654, Shannon Tower. Hold position. After departure, runway 06, you are cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude, 1,500 feet, via 4, QNH 1011.
Holding position, cleared for altitudes not above 1,500 feet. Echo India 2654. QNH 1011. Echo India 2654.
Echo India 2654, correct. Surface wind 0604 knots, runway 06. Clear takeoff and report downwind.
Clear to take off. Runway 06 will report on downwind. Echo India 2654.
Nice. This is all happening together, lads. At a rate of knots. Right, here we go now. Go on, hoop the yard, hoop the yard. Whoa, yes, Julia. So there goes a mad Muse fan. It's going to get busy in here now in a second. Oh, jeez. Yeah, the F-16. He's a special kind of... I can't say it, but yeah. There's always one. The tower is on a gin break. Bottom, good to see you. Okay, so there goes Muse fan. So far, so good. Duke is like, I can. He's a head case. Okay.
Shannon Tower, Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, holding short runway 06 at Alpha, ready to copy.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, hold position. After departure runway 06, you are cleared for left-hand circuits not above altitude 1,500 feet VFR, QNH 1011.
Shannon Tower, Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot, holding short of runway 06 at Alpha, ready to copy.
Golf Tango Foxtrot Shannon Tower. Stand by. Golf Delta Bravo Oscar Yankee Shannon Tower, did you copy? Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee Shannon Tower, do you copy?
Golf. Shannon Tower, Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November, holding short runway 06 at Alpha, ready to copy.
Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November Shannon Tower, stand by.
Echo India 2654, reporting downwind. Request touch and go.
Echo India 2654, Roger, report final runway 06.
Report final runway 06, Echo India 2654.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee Shannon Tower, do you copy? Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, this is Shannon Tower. You are unreadable. Frequency to 122.8. Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot, Shannon Tower.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot, hold position after departure runway 06. You are cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet, VFR, QNH 1011.
Hold position after departure runway 06, clear for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet VFR, QNH 1011, Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot, correct. Surface wind 0506 knots, runway 06, clear takeoff, report downwind.
Clear takeoff runway 06, report downwind, Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot.
And Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November, Shannon Tower.
Yep. Shannon Tower, Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November, holding short runway 06 at Alpha, ready to copy.
Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November. Hold position after departure runway 06. You are cleared for left-hand circuits not above altitude 1,500 feet. VFR QNH 1011.
Hold position after departure runway 06, cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1500 feet, VFR, QNH 1011, Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November.
Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November, correct. Surface wind 0506 knots, runway 06, clear takeoff and report downwind.
Cleared for takeoff runway 06, report downwind, Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November.
All right. Jesus. That was a bit of crack. So we have takeoff departure, yes. So Eamon. No, not Eamon, sorry. David Bay, we can't hear your microphone. I can see it.
Hotel Kilo, holding short runway 06 at Alpha, ready to copy.
I can see your I can see David Bay is transmitting. I just can't hear you, dude. So there might be an issue with your microphone.
Hotel Kilo 23, hold position. After departure runway 06, you are cleared for left-hand circuits not above altitude 1,500 feet VFR, QNH 1011.
Holding position after departure runway 06, cleared for left-handed circuits not exceeding 1,500 feet VFR, QNH 1011, Hotel Kilo 23.
Hotel Kilo 23, correct. Surface wind 0506 knots, runway 06, cleared for takeoff and report downwind.
Clear for takeoff runway 06, report downwind, Hotel Kilo 23.
Echo India 2654, report final.
Echo India 2654. Cleared, touch and go, runway 06. Surface wind 0504 knots and report downwind.
Clear for touch and go, runway 06, will report downwind, Echo India 2654.
Sierra Echo, Golf Tango Foxtrot on downwind for touch and go.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot. Runway 06, clear touch and go. Number 2, wind 0504 knots and report downwind.
Cleared to touch and go. Reports final. Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot.
Oh wait, I'm jumping the gun. Hang on.
Wait, hang on. Jesus. India guy, you're bursting me chops here. Hang on a second. He was on takeoff to... Oh wait, hang on, he's on the downwind. Hang on, lads. What's the word I'm looking for? It starts with B and ends with alls.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot, Shannon Tower, state intention.
Currently on downwind for a touch and go, runway 06, Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot.
Good man yourself. Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot, Roger, report final for runway 06.
Report final, Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot.
I did something incredibly stupid. It's all right now, lads.
Shannon Tower, Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, holding short 06 at Alpha, ready to copy.
And Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, hold position after departure runway 06, cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet, VFR, QNH 1011.
Hold position after departure, runway 06, cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet, VFR, QNH 1011, Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee. Thanks for your patience.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, correct. Surface wind 050 at 6 knots, runway 06. Clear takeoff, report downwind.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 06, report downwind, Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee.
Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November, downwind for runway 06, touch and go.
Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November, Roger. Report final, runway 06.
Report final, runway 06, Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November.
Shannon Tower, Golf Golf Yankee, holding short runway 06 at Alpha, ready to copy.
Last aircraft calling, Shannon Tower, say again.
Shannon Tower, Golf Golf Yankee, holding short runway 06 at Alpha, ready to copy.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot on final runway 06 for touch and go.
Golf Golf Yankee, stand by, break. Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot. Surface wind 060 at 4 knots. Runway 06, clear touch and go, report downwind.
Clear touch and go and report downwind. Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot.
It gets busy here, lads.
Shannon Tower, Delta Echo Golf Romeo Foxtrot, holding short, runway 06 at Alpha, ready to copy.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, Shannon Tower. Roger, stand by.
Hello there.
It takes a minute to catch up with this. We're getting there, though. Why do
Hotel
some planes...
Kilo 23 downwind for runway 06, touch and go.
Hotel Kilo 23. Roger, report on final, runway 06.
Call you back on final, runway 06, Hotel Kilo 23.
Breaker 19, we got ourselves a convoy, come back.
Ah, Jesus, there's always one. Golf Golf Yankee, Shannon Tower.
Shannon Tower, Golf Golf Yankee.
Golf Golf Yankee, hold position after departure runway 06, cleared for left-hand circuits, not above 1,500 feet, via 4, QNH 1011.
Golf Golf Yankee, hold position after departure runway 06. You're cleared for left-hand circuits not above altitude 1,500 feet, VFR QNH 1011, Golf Golf Yankee.
Golf Golf Yankee, correct. Surface wind 0604 knots, runway 06, cleared, immediate takeoff, and report downwind.
Clear for takeoff runway 06, report downwind, Golf Golf Yankee.
Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November on final runway 06, touch and go.
Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November. Surface wind 0605 knots, runway 06, clear touch and go, report downwind.
Cleared touch and go, runway 06, report downwind. Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November.
Shannon Tower, Echo India Mike Alpha Sierra, holding short, runway 06 at Alpha, ready to copy.
Echo India Mike Alpha Sierra, Shannon Tower, Roger, stand by.
Roger, standing by. Echo India Mike Alpha Sierra.
And Golf 249er, Tango Mike, Shannon Tower.
Shannon Tower, Golf 249 Tango Mike, ready to copy.
Okay, Golf 249 Tango Mike, just letting you know you will be number 2. Stand by. Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, Shannon Tower.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, ready to copy.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, hold position after departure, runway 06, cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet VFR, QNH 1011.
Hold position after departure, runway 06, cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet VFR, QNH 1011, Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, correct. Continue to hold position. I will call you back.
Hotel Kilo on
Holding
final
position.
for runway 06, touch and go. Sorry for the late call.
Last aircraft calling, repeat.
Hotel Kilo 23 on short final, will go around.
Hotel Kilo 23, roger. I don't see it on the scope, so report on downwind. Actually, report when clear of the runway.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee downwind for runway 06, touch and go.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, roger. Report on final, runway 06.
Report final, runway 06, Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee.
Echo India 2654 on downwind request. Touch and go runway 06. Sorry for the late call. I couldn't get a call in. It was too busy.
Echo India 2654, Shannon Tower, that's quite okay. Continue and report on final for runway 06.
We'll report final runway 06, Echo India 2654.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, Shannon Tower.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, ready to copy.
Surface wind 0605 knots, runway 06, cleared takeoff, report downwind.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 06, report downwind, Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot on late downwind runway 06 for touch and go.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot, roger. Report on final, runway 06.
Report final, runway 06, Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot.
Golf Golf Yankee downwind for runway 06, touch and go.
Golf Golf Yankee, roger. Report on final, runway 06.
Report final, runway 06, Golf Golf Yankee.
Golf 249 Tango Mike, Shannon Tower.
Shannon Tower, Golf 249 Tango Mike, ready to copy.
Golf 249 Tango Mike, hold position after departure. Runway 06, you are cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet VFR, QNH 1011.
Hold position after departure, runway 06, clear for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet, VFR of QNH 1011, Golf 249 Tango Mike.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee on final for runway 06, touch and go.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee. Surface wind 060 at 4 knots, runway 06, clear touch and go and report downwind.
Echo India 2654 on final runway 06, touch and go.
Echo India 265, continue approach number 2 for touch and go, report downwind.
Continue for touch and go, runway 06, will report downwind, Echo India 2654.
Golf 249 or Tango Mike, you are correct. Continue to hold short runway 06, I'll call you back for a departure clearance.
Report downwind, Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee.
Shannon Tower, Cessna 219 Alpha, holding short runway 06 at Alpha, ready to copy.
Cessna 219er Alpha, hold position after departure runway 06. You are cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet VFR, QNH 1011.
Hold position after departure runway 06, clear for left-hand circuits not above 1500, QNH 1011.
Sierra Echo, Golf Tango Foxtrot, long final for runway 06, touch and go.
Cessna 219er Alpha, correct. Continue to hold position. I will call you back with departure.
Hold in position, Cessna 219er Alpha.
Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November, downwind for runway 06, touch and go.
Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November, runway 06, surface wind 060 at 4 knots, cleared, touch and go, number 2, report downwind.
Report final, runway 06, Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot, Shannon Tower, say again.
Sierra Echo, Golf Tango Foxtrot on a long final behind the Muse fan. Ready for on final for touch and go, runway 06, Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot, roger, number 2, cleared, touch and go, report downwind, break, Golf Yankee, this is Shannon Tower, you are number 3 for touch and go on runway 06, follow the PA28 on short final.
Delta Echo Golf Romeo Foxtrot on downwind runway 06, touch and go.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, break.
Downwind for runway 06, touch and go.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, roger, report on downwind report on final runway 06.
Report final runway 06, Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
Golf Yankee, downwind.
Jesus!
No. Report final, runway 06, Golf Yankee.
Who's in charge? How did I end up with this? Jesus, lads, the stress. How do you do this? I'm not a controller. I'm just one of you. And look at me. Jesus.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, downwind for runway 06, touch and go.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, roger, report final runway 06.
Report final runway 06, Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee.
Golf 249er Tango Mike.
Golf 249 Tango Mike, ready to copy.
Cleared immediate departure after the Cessna 172 on a very short final, and report when downwind.
Cleared for takeoff after the Cessna 172, report downwind, Golf 249 Tango Mike.
Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November on final for runway 06, touch and go.
Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November, you are number 2, clear touch and go runway 06, surface wind 0406 knots. Report downwind.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot going around.
You didn't need to go around, there's loads of space.
Hotel Kilo 23 on final, long final for runway 06, touch and go.
Hotel Kilo 23. Roger, report on short final for runway 6.
Clade touch and go runway 06, report downwind, Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November.
Report final runway 06, Hotel Kilo 23.
He would have made that, wouldn't he? Come on, lads, he would have made that. Jesus, do you know?
Shannon Tower, this is Golf Mike Hotel Tango Romeo at the Alpha hold, number 3.
And Golf Mike Hotel Tango Romeo, Shannon Tower, hold position after departure, runway 06, cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet, VF4, QNH 1011.
Golf Mike Hotel Tango Romeo cleared for left-hand circuits, runway 06. Not above 1,500 feet. The queue is 1011. Golf Mike Hotel Tango Romeo.
Golf Mike Hotel Tango Romeo, correct. Hold position, I'll call you back with departure. Break. Cessna 219er Alpha, Shannon Tower.
Yeah, this is 219er Alpha. Go ahead, Tower.
Cessna 219er Alpha, you are cleared, runway 06. Clear for takeoff, surface wind 0406 knots, report downwind.
Clear for takeoff, runway 06, Cessna 219er Alpha. Report downwind.
Echo India 2654 on downwind for full stop landing runway 06.
Echo India 2654, roger. Report on final runway 06.
Report final runway 06, Echo India 2654.
Delta Echo Golf Romeo Foxtrot on final runway 06, touch and go.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot. Clear touch and go runway 06, surface wind 0504 knots, report downwind.
Yep, touch and go runway 06, report downwind, Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
Golf Yankee downwind for runway 06, touch and go.
Golf Yankee, roger. Report on final runway 06.
Report on final runway 06, Golf Yankee.
Shannon Tower, good evening. Charlie Alpha Tango, Bravo Tango, holding point 06, ready for departure.
Charlie Alpha Tango, Bravo Tango, Shannon Tower, hold position after departure runway 06. Clear for left-hand circuits, not above altitude, 1,500 feet. QNH 1011.
Hold short, runway 06 after departure, and left-hand circuit, and QNH 1011, not above 1,500 feet.
Charlie Alpha Tango, Bravo Tango, readback is correct. Hold position, I'll report back with departure.
Roger.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee on final for runway 06, touch and go.
And Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, number 2, cleared touch and go, surface wind 060 at 4 knots. Follow the Cessna 172 on a short final and report downwind.
Cleared touch and go, runway 06, number 2, report downwind, Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee.
Sierra Echo, Golf Tango Foxtrot, downwind for full stop landing 06 Sierra.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot, roger, report on final runway 06.
Report final, Sierra Echo, Golf Tango Foxtrot.
Hotel Kilo 23 on final for runway 06, touch and go.
Hotel 23, roger, number 3 for landing, follow the Cessna 172, runway 06, clear to land.
Clear to touch and go, runway 06, following the 172.
Correction, clear touch and go, follow the 172, and report on downwind.
Following the 172, cleared for touch and go, we'll report back downwind. Hotel Kilo 23.
Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November.
Downwind, runway.
Jesus.
The touch and go.
Golf 249er Tango Mike, roger, report on final runway 06.
Report on final runway 06, Golf 249 Tango Mike.
Echo India 2654, final runway 06, full stop.
Echo India 2654, surface wind 0604 knots, runway 06, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 06, Echo India 2654.
We can do
Golf Alpha
it!
Mike Oscar November, downwind for runway 06, full stop.
Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November, roger, report on final runway 06.
Report final, runway 06. Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November.
India Mike Alpha Sierra, Shannon Tower.
Echo India Mike Alpha Sierra, ready to copy.
Echo India Mike Alpha Sierra. Hold position after departure. Runway 06, you are cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet via 4, QNH 1011.
Hold position after departure, runway 06, cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1500 feet VFR, QNH 1011, Echo India Mike Alpha Sierra.
Echo India Mike Alpha Sierra, correct. I'll call you back for departure.
Hotel Kilo 23, downrun from runway 06, requesting full stop.
Hotel Kilo 23, roger. Report on final runway 06.
Hotel Kilo 23 will report on final runway 026.
We're getting there, lads. Do you know what I mean? I need to lie down or something. It's going to get busy again.
Golf Yankee on final for runway 06, touch and go.
Golf Yankee. Clear to touch and go, runway 06. Surface wind 0405 knots. Report downwind.
Clear touch and go, runway 06, report downwind, Golf Yankee.
Golf 249 Tanker Mike on final for runway 06, touch and go.
And Golf 249 Tango Mike. Number 2, clear touch and go, runway 06, and report downwind.
Clear touch and go, runway 06, report downwind at Golf 249 Tango Mike.
Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November on final runway 06, full stop.
Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November, roger, you are number 3. Clear to land runway 06.
Number 3, clear to land runway 06, Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November.
Shannon Tower, Cessna 219er Alpha, midfield downwind for touch and go.
Cessna 219er Alpha, roger. Report on final runway 06.
Report on final, Cessna 219er Alpha.
Sierra Echo, Golf Tango Foxtrot on final runway 06 for full stop.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot, roger, you are number 4 for landing. Follow the Cessna 152 on short final.
Number 4 and follow that Cessna Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot.
They are stacking up, but we're getting through them. Muse! Get off the runway quick, fella! There's a whole load of arrivals coming in, then we'll get a whole load of departures out. It's not too bad. The spacing is good,
Delta
lads.
Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, downwind for runway 06, touch and go.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, roger. Report on final runway 06.
Report final runway 06, Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
Like, the spacing is very good. You are doing a great
Echo
job.
India 2654, vacating on Charlie.
Echo India 2654. Contact ground on 121.8. Bye-bye.
Ground on 121.8. Good evening. Echo India 2654.
Good man,
Golf
Muse.
Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, downwind for runway 06, full stop.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, roger. Report on final runway 06.
Report final, runway 06, Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee.
Okay, lads, just 1 second there. Sorry, AJ has an
Shannon
issue.
Tower, Golf Yankee, Mayday, crash to desktop on landing.
Who was that, lads?
Last aircraft calling, say again.
Jesus. Who was that? Someone had a CTD. Jesus. Sorting AJ, we need to sort that. Everything's okay on our side. We've nothing muted or blocked or whatever. Just check that you don't have a set to push to talk. Who had the CTD? Tower not very impact. Listen! Jesus! Under savage pressure here!
Echo India Mike Alpha Sierra, Shannon Tower.
Echo India Mike Alpha Sierra, ready to copy.
Echo India Mike Alpha Sierra, runway 06, clear takeoff, report downwind.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 06, report downwind. Echo India Mike Alpha Sierra.
Shannon Tower, Cessna 219er Alpha on final, runway 06, touch and go.
Cessna 219er Alpha, runway 06, clear touch and go, surface wind 050 at 4 knots, report downwind.
Clear for touch and go, report downwind, Cessna 219er Alpha.
Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November, vacated on to Charlie.
Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November, roger, contact ground on 118.7, bye-bye.
Over to 118.7, Golf Alpha Mike Oscar November. Bye-bye.
Shannon Tower, November Kilo Romeo 54, holding short runway 06, ready to copy.
November Kilo Romeo 54, hold position after departure runway 06. You are cleared for left-hand circuits not above altitude 1,500 feet VFR, QNH 1011.
November Kilo Romeo 54, not cleared for circuits not above 1,500 feet. 110.11.
November Kilo Romeo 54, after departure, cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet, QNH 1011.
Shannon Tower, do you have enough time to get us out right now?
November Kilo Romeo 54, negative hold position. Just to confirm, after departure, runway 06, you are cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet VFR, and QNH 1011.
Shannon Tower, November Kilo Romeo 54, roger.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot on final runway 06. Touch and go.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, surface wind 060 knots, runway 06, clear touch and go, report downwind.
Clear touch and go, runway 06, report downwind, Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot, vacated on to Charlie.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot, roger, contact Shannon ground on 118.7, bye-bye.
118.7, Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot.
Hotel Kilo 23 on final for runway 06, full stop.
Hotel Kilo 23. Number 2 for landing, runway 06, winds 050 knots, clear land.
Number 2 to land, runway 06, Hotel Kilo 23.
Lads, does anyone have Kozaki on the scope?
Mike downwind, runway 06, touch and go.
Golf 249er, Tango Mike, roger, report on final runway 06.
Report on final, runway 06, Golf 249, Tango Mike.
I don't see Kozaki on the scope.
Echo India Mike Alpha Sierra, downwind for runway 06, touch and go.
Echo India Mike Alpha Sierra, roger, report on final runway 06.
Report final, runway 06, Echo India Mike Alpha Sierra.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee on final for runway 06, full stop.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee. Number 2 for landing, runway 06. Surface wind 040, 5 knots. Follow the Cessna 172 onshore final.
Number 2 for landing, runway 06, Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee.
Lads, anyone have Kozaki on scope?
Golf Yankee, downwind for runway 06, full stop.
Golf Yankee, roger. Report on final, runway 06.
Report final, runway 06, Golf Yankee.
Golf Mike Hotel, Tango Romeo, Shannon Tower.
Golf Mike Hotel Tango Romeo.
Golf Mike Hotel, Tango Romeo, cleared, runway 06, immediate departure, winds 040, 5 knots, report downwind.
Clear for immediate departure, clear for takeoff.
Golf 249 Tango Mike on final for runway 06, touch and go.
Golf 249 to Tango Mike. Cleared for touch and go, runway 06, you are number 3, and report downwind.
Cleared, touch and go, runway 06, report downwind, Golf 249 Tango Mike.
Okay, so the issue I have, I can see Kozaki, but I don't see his call sign. Kozaki, what's your call sign, dude? We just don't have him.
November Kilo Romeo 54, Shannon Tower.
Number Kilo Romeo 54, go ahead, Shannon Tower.
Apologies for the delay, we'll get you out of here in the next few moments.
November Kilo Romeo 54, no problem, Shannon Tower.
And November Kilo Romeo 54, cleared now, immediate departure, runway 06, surface wind 0504 knots, cleared takeoff, and report on downwind.
November Kilo Romeo 54, cleared for circuits, max altitude 1,500 feet, departing now.
Hotel Kilo 23 vacated on a Charlie.
Hotel Kilo 23, roger, welcome back to Shannon, contact ground on 118.7, bye-bye.
Contacting ground on 118.7, thank you.
We're catching up, lads! Jesus! It's like that scene out of Aeroplane. I just need a jug of water over me head and all the sweat. Do you know what I mean? We're getting through it. Jesus, I'm learning lots here tonight. Now, Soaring AJ was having an issue with his radio.
Shannon Tower, good evening. Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, holding short runway 06, ready for departure.
Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, hold position. After departure runway 06, you are cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet VFR, QNH 1011.
Hold position, cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet, QNH 1011, Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar.
Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, correct. I'll call you back for departure.
Golf.
Shannon Tower, Cessna 219er Alpha, midfield downwind for full stop landing.
And Cessna 219er Alpha, roger, report on final runway 06.
We'll report on final, Cessna 219er Alpha.
Golf Yankee, runway 06 on final.
Golf Yankee. Can you state your intention? Is this a full stop or a touch and go?
Yeah, Golf Yankee, full stop landing, runway 06.
Golf Yankee, surface wind 0506 knots, runway 06, cleared, full stop landing.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, vacated onto Charlie.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, roger, welcome to Shannon, contact ground on 118.7. Bye-bye.
Tower, helicopter Echo, India, Charlie Delta, holding short 24 on Alpha.
Golf Mike Hotel Tango Romeo, downwind for a touch and go.
Golf Mike Hotel Tango Romeo, roger, report on final runway 06.
Report final for 06. Golf Mike Hotel Tango Romeo.
Echo India,
Over to
Charlie.
ground, Golf. Over to ground, Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee.
Echo India, Charlie Delta. Hold position after departure, runway 06. You are cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude, 1,500 feet via 4, QNH 1011.
We said we wanted circuits.
Echo India, Charlie Delta. State intention.
Echo India, Charlie Delta. It'll be the departure to the east.
Echo India, Charlie Delta. Roger, hold position. I'll call you back.
Delta
Golf.
Alpha.
Break. Golf, Bravo, Zulu, India, Oscar, Shannon Tower.
Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, pass your message.
Runway 06, surface wind 0504 knots. Clear takeoff, report downwind.
Clear takeoff, report downwind, Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar.
Golf Yankee, vacated onto Charlie.
Golf Yankee, roger, welcome to Shannon, contact ground 118.7. Bye-bye.
Golf 249 Tango Mike, downwind for runway 06, full stop.
Golf 249er Tango Mike, roger, report on final runway 06.
Report on final runway 06, Golf 249 Tango Mike.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot on final runway 06, full stop.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, runway 06. Surface wind 0504 knots, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 06, Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
Shannon Tower, Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, holding short runway 6 at Alpha, ready to copy.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, hold position after departure runway 06. You are cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet, via 4, QNH 1011.
Hold position after departure runway 6, cleared for left-hand circuits, not above 1,500 feet, VFR, QNH 1011, Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo.
And Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, correct. Hold position, I'll call you back for a departure. Break. Echo India Charlie Delta, Shannon Tower.
Go for Charlie Delta.
Cleared immediate departure runway 06. Climb and maintain altitude 1,500 feet and turn left heading 270. Maintain on navigation.
Clear depart 206, left 270, and maintain on navigation, Charlie Delta.
And Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, Shannon Tower.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo Tower, go ahead.
You are cleared. Takeoff runway 06, surface wind 0404 knots. Immediate departure, please, and report on downwind.
Cleared for takeoff runway 6 and report downwind immediate departure.
Golf India Oscar downwind to land.
Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, roger, report final runway 06.
Wilco Golf India Oscar.
Shannon Tower, Cessna 219er Alpha on final for full stop landing.
Cessna 219er Alpha, Runway 06, clear to land, surface wind 057, 040 at 7 knots.
Cleared to land, runway 06, Cessna 219er Alpha.
Golf Mike Hotel Tango Romeo on 06 final.
Golf Mike Hotel Tango Romeo Roger. Number 1 for landing, cleared, touch and go, runway 06.
Shannon Tower, NKR 54, downwind 6 for touch and go.
November Kilo Romeo 54, Roger, report final, runway 06.
November Kilo Romeo 54, reporting final for runway 06.
And Golf Mike Hotel Tango Romeo, just to confirm, this is a full stop landing.
Was that for Golf Mike Hotel Tango Romeo?
Correct.
Shannon Tower, Cessna 219er Alpha, going around. There's a airplane in my immediate, in front of me, going around.
219er, Roger, go around, report on downwind.
We'll report downwind, Cessna 219er Alpha.
So 249 Tango Mike on final for runway 06, full stop.
Golf 249er Tango Mike, Roger, you are number 2. Runway 06, clear to land, surface wind 040, 5 knots.
Clear to land, runway 06, Golf 249 Tango Mike.
Shh. Look at that thing.
Shannon Tower, room to the Romeo.
Nature is
54,
amazing.
Long final for runway 06. Touch.
November Kilo Romeo 54, Roger, report short final for runway 06.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, downwind for runway 6, touch and go.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, Roger, report final, runway 06.
Report runway final for runway 6, Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo.
So what happened there? You had a Cessna and you had two lads coming in too close together, right? You had Razor Crab and you had Alpha Recon, but only one of them appeared. So yeah, it's easier if there's radar, lads. Like, there is no radar. We're trying to do it visually, so there's going to be limitations. But you are doing so well so far. Like, I'm loving how you are picking up on the separation. It's done really, really well. I'm about to pass out, right? But you are doing a great job. You know what I mean? So keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great stuff, lads. You want to need a stiff.
Golf Mike Hotel Tango Romeo, clear runway 6 on Charlie.
And Golf Mike Hotel Tango Romeo, Roger, welcome to Shannon, contact ground 118.7. Bye-bye.
Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, final for runway 06 to land.
Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, Roger. Follow the Warbird on final. You are number 2. Runway 06. Confirm traffic.
Traffic in sight, Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, number 2 behind.
Zulu India Oscar, affirmed. Continue approach, number 2 for landing, runway 06.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, must I extend my downwind?
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, negative. Report final, runway 06.
Roger, Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo.
should be plenty of space. Go on out with that. Be grand, lads.
Delta
Yes.
Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, vacated on the Charlie.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, welcome to Shannon, contact ground 118.7. Bye-bye.
Contact ground 118.7. Thank you. Bye-bye.
This is less chaotic on VATSim. Well, if there was that many trying to do this with one controller, they'd probably jack, right? 4
Golf
or 5.
Bravo Zulu India Oscar going around.
How would you go way out of that? There was loads of room for you.
No, I think we saw the milkman crossing the runway, so couldn't do that.
I thought you told us earlier, Murph. You fly the aircraft and ignore the controller. You're in charge.
Aaron, but Jesus, like, Kozaki was doing a go-around. Matty was landing, wasn't he? Oh, wait. Matty, were you doing a full stop there or just a go-around? Or a touch and go?
It was a 2 land, but now we'll go around.
Such doubt. You doubted me.
Shannon Tower, helicopter Echo India Charlie Delta.
Echo India Charlie Delta, Shannon Tower. Pass your message.
India Charlie Delta, south of the field, requesting to join the circuit for some circuits.
Helicopter India Charlie Delta, Roger. Join right base for runway 06. First pass will be a low pass, and then you can join the circuit from runway 06.
Join right base 06 and we'll overfly Echo Charlie Delta.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo on final for runway 6, touch and go.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo. Surface wind 040 at 6 knots, runway 06. Clear touch and go, report on downwind.
Clear touch and go, report on downwind, Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo.
Break, helicopter India Charlie Delta, report final on runway 06.
Call final on 06, Echo Charlie Delta, visual landing traffic.
Shannon Tower, Cessna 219 Alpha, midfield, downwind, full stop landing.
Cessna 219er Alpha, Roger. Report on final, runway 06, caution. Helicopter on right base of 06, report them in sight.
We'll report on final for full stop landing, watching out for helicopter, Cessna 219er Alpha.
Golf 249 Tango Mike, vacated onto Charlie.
And Golf 249er Tango Mike, welcome back to Shannon. I hope this time was better for your fuel efficiency. Contact ground on 118.7.
Contact ground on 121.8 Golf 249 Tango Mike. Thank you very much.
Echo Charlie Delta, short final 06.
Golf India Oscar, downwind for runway 06 to land.
Helicopter Echo India Charlie Delta, continue to approach runway 06 and report downwind.
Report downwind 06, Echo Charlie Delta.
Last aircraft calling, please repeat.
Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, downwind for runway 06 to land.
Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, Roger, report on final runway 06.
Port final 06, Golf India Oscar.
Shannon Tower, hello. This is Charlie Alpha Tango, Bravo Tango, runway 06 holding point, ready for departure.
Charlie Alpha Tango Bravo Tango, please state intention.
To do circuits, 3 patterns, and a full stop.
Charlie Alpha Tango Bravo Tango, hold position after departure runway 06. You are cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet via 4. QNH 1011.
And after departure, climb no higher than 1,500 feet and QNH 1011. Charlie Alpha Tango, Bravo Tango.
And Tango Bravo Tango, correct. Surface wind 050, 4 knots. Runway 06, clear takeoff and report downwind.
Clear for takeoff to report downwind. Charlie Alpha Tango, Bravo Tango.
Shannon Tower for record, Charlie Delta, were those left or right circuits?
Helicopter Charlie Delta, they are left-hand circuits.
Copy.
Hello there.
Shannon Tower, November Kilo Romeo 54 on downwind for touch and go on runway 06.
November Kilo Romeo 54, Roger, report final runway 06. Caution, Cessna 172 on short final. Report traffic in sight.
November Kilo Romeo 54 have the Cessna in sight.
Pan, Shannon ground, Golf Bravo, Zulu, India Oscar. We're not getting 3 green indications. Can we do a low pass on the field so you can check if our gear is down?
Golf Bravo, Zulu, India Oscar, Roger. State how many souls on board and fuel level in duration, please.
1 POB fuel is 50 gallons for 50 hours of endurance.
Golf Bravo, Zulu, India Oscar, Roger, extend downwind and I will call you back.
Wilco, Golf Bravo, Zulu, India Oscar.
Shannon Tower, Cessna 219 Alpha on final runway 06 for full stop.
Cessna 219er Alpha. Surface wind 050 at 4 knots, runway 06, cleared land.
Cleared to land runway 06, Cessna 219 Alpha.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo on downwind for runway 6, touch and go.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo. Roger. Report final runway 06.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, report final.
Echo Charlie Delta, downwind 06.
Echo Charlie Delta, Roger. Report on final runway 06.
Call final 06, Charlie Delta.
Shannon Tower, November Kilo Romeo 54 on final for runway 06, touch and go.
November Kilo Romeo 54, Roger, you are cleared. Touch and go runway 06 and report downwind.
Shannon Tower, Hotel Kilo 23 holding short runway 06 at Alpha, ready to copy.
Hotel Kilo 23, all position after departure, runway 06, you are cleared for left-hand circuits not above altitude 1,500 feet, QNH 1011.
Hold position after departure runway 06, cleared for left-hand circuits not to exceed 1,500 feet, VFR QNH 1011, Hotel Kilo 23.
Hotel Kilo 23, correct, runway 06, hold, and I will call you back for departure. Hold position.
Holding with position, awaiting callback.
Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, Shannon Tower.
Pan, Golf Bravo, Zulu, India Oscar, pass your message.
I'm looking for a decel if possible, slowest speed that you can handle.
Wilco, maximum slow slave speed, Golf Bravo, Zulu, India Oscar.
Could do without Ovaltine tonight now, lads, huh? We could do it.
Shannon Tower, Cessna 219 Alpha, vacated runway, holding at Charlie.
Cessna 219er Alpha, welcome to Shannon, contact tower 121.8. Bye-bye.
118.7 for, or excuse me, that was, could you repeat tower or ground frequency, please?
Ground frequency over on 121.8.
121.8, Cessna 219 Alpha. Bang up job, by the way.
Thank you very much. Don't worry, I got the frequency wrong all night. Hotel Kilo 23, Shannon Ground. Or Shannon Tower.
Shannon Tower, Hotel Kilo 23, ready to copy.
Clear takeoff, runway 06, surface wind 050 at 5 knots.
Clear for takeoff, 050 at 5, runway 06, report downwind, Hotel Kilo 23.
Jesus, is busy. Right, we'll be wrapping this one up very, very soon.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo on final for runway 6, touch and go.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo. Cleared, touch and go, runway 06, surface wind 050, 4 knots. Report downwind.
Clear touch and go, runway 6, report downwind, Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo.
Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, Shannon Tower.
Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, pass your message.
Continue approach to runway 06, report final for runway 06.
Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, short final for runway 06, and we'll enter the low flyover.
And helicopter, India Charlie Delta. You are number 2 for approach. Follow the Cessna 172 on final.
Number 2 for approach, and we'll follow the Cessna ahead. Visual to traffic, Echo Charlie Delta.
What's Matty doing there? He was told to shag off down the road.
Shannon Tower, Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, holding short, runway 06 at Alpha, ready to copy.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, roger. All position, I'll call you back.
Hold position, Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee.
And Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, Shannon Tower.
Golf India Oscar, pass your message.
Negative on landing gear. I suggest you put it down in the estuary.
Golf India Oscar, roger. We'll head back into circuit and contemplate life for a bit.
Bit of Celine Dion now, you know. Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, Shannon Tower.
Golf Delta Alpha Yankee, ready to copy.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, hold position. After departure, runway 06, you are cleared for left-hand circuits, not above 1,500 feet, via 4, QNH 1011.
Hold position after departure, runway 06, clear for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet, VFR, QNH 1011, Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, correct. Hold position, I'll call you back for departure.
Hold position, Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee.
Shannon Tower, November Kilo Romeo 54, downwind for runway 06, full stop.
November Kilo Romeo 54, roger, report final, runway 06.
Echo Charlie Delta, you're going around there. No clearance.
Echo India Charlie Delta, roger. Your report on downwind.
And Echo Charlie Delta, can we get a right-hand circuit?
Echo India Charlie, right-hand circuit approved, not above altitude 1,500 feet. Report downwind, runway 06.
Right-hand circuit's approved, and at above 1500 feet, record downwind 06, Echo Charlie Delta.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, Shannon Tower.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, ready to copy.
Surface wind 0506 knots, runway 06, clear takeoff, report downwind.
Clear for takeoff, runway 06, report downwind, Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee.
Ah, jeez. You'd be under pressure, wouldn't you? Twisted Mexican is here, look.
Shannon ground, Golf Bravo, Zulu, India, Oscar, cancel pan, cancel pan, cancel pan. I say again, cancel pan, cancel pan, cancel pan. We've got 3 green. Turns out it was a popped circuit breaker. We are now downwind to make this to land.
Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar. Ah, brilliant. Continue and report on final for runway 06. Caution. Helicopter on right-hand circuits. Report traffic in sight.
Port final and caution the traffic, Golf India Oscar. It was the Celine Dion that helped.
Brilliant.
It's a bit of crack, isn't it?
Hotel Kilo 23 downwind for runway 06, touch and go.
Hotel Kilo 23, Roger. Report on final runway 06. Caution. Helicopter on right-hand pattern.
We'll report final runway 06. I'll advise the helicopter and Hotel Kilo 23.
Echo Charlie Delta. Downwind, right-hand pattern 06.
Echo Charlie Delta. Roger.
Shannon Tower, NKR 54, on final for runway 06, full stop.
November Kilo Romeo 54. Runway 06, clear to land, surface wind 050 at 4 knots. Break. Echo Charlie Delta, Shannon Tower.
Go Charlie Delta.
State intention.
Don't know, have a good time, I suppose.
Very good. Continue to runway 06. Follow the Warbird making a landing and report on downwind. Sure, why not, like?
Echo Charlie Delta, can we get an intersection landing at Delta 2 and Charlie?
Echo Charlie Delta. Roger. Make straight in runway 06. Intersection landing approved for Delta 1, Delta 2. Report on Delta 2.
Make straight in 06, cleared. Intersection landing Delta 2, Delta 1. Call you on the ground.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, downwind for runway 6, full stop.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo. Roger. Report on final runway 06.
Report on final runway 6, Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo.
That's epic being epic. I agree. It's a busy night, this. Jesus, lads. What did we sign up to? Can I just say how awesome Gibbo was? He sounds so dreamy when he's on the ground, frequency. Wouldn't last 2 minutes up here with us in the tower. What? I'm only messing. He did a great job,
Shannon
didn't he?
Tower, good evening. Golf Echo Echo Kilo Yankee, Hull Point Alpha, runway 06.
Golf
Ready
Echo. Golf Echo Hotel Kilo Yankee. Shannon Tower, good evening. Hold position. After departure, runway 06, you are cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet, VFR, QNH 1011.
Shannon Tower.
Call sign. Shannon Tower, Golf Echo Echo Kilo Yankee. We are cleared runway 06 departure, VFR, not above 1,500, QNH 1011.
Golf Echo Echo Kilo Yankee, correct. Surface wind 040 at 5 knots, runway 06, clear takeoff, and report downwind.
Clear takeoff, runway 06, we'll call Golf Echo Echo Kilo Yankee.
Golf Bravo Zulu, India Oscar, final for runway 06 to land.
Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar. Continue approach. Runway 06 cleared land. Surface wind 050 at 4 knots.
Clear to land, runway 06, Golf Bravo, Zulu, India, Oscar.
Echo Charlie Delta on the ground, Delta 2, Delta 1.
Charlie Delta, Roger, contact ground on 121.8. Bye-bye.
121.8, so.
Hotel Kilo 23 on
Shannon
final
Tower.
runway 06, touch and go.
Hotel Kilo 23, Roger, you are number 2. Follow the Bonanza on short final. Report traffic in sight.
Hotel Kilo 23 is second behind the Bonanza, traffic in sight.
Hotel 23, Roger, number 2, runway 06, touch and go, report downwind.
Shannon Tower, November Kilo Romeo 54 is clear of runway 06 on Charlie.
November Kilo Romeo 54, welcome back. Contact Shannon ground on 121.8. Bye-bye.
Hotel Kilo 23 cleared for touch and go, runway 06. I'll call you back on downwind.
Shannon Tower, November Kilo Romeo 54, contacting Shannon ground on 121.8.
Shannon Tower, Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, holding short, runway 06 and Alpha, ready to copy.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, hold position after departure runway 06. You are cleared for left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet, VFR, QNH 1011.
Hold position after departure runway 06, cleared for left-hand circuits, not above 1,500 feet, VFR, QNH 1011, Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, correct. Hold position, I'll call you back for departure.
Holding position, Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
Hotel Kilo 23, you are cleared land runway 06.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo on final for runway 6, full stop.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, Roger, cleared to land runway 06, surface wind 050 at 4 knots.
Clear to land runway 6, Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, downwind for runway 06, full stop.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, Roger, report on final runway 06.
Report final, runway 06, Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee.
Shannon Tower, Golf Echo Kilo Yankee, we're downwind 06, request glide approach.
Golf Echo Kilo Yankee, Roger, report on final runway 06.
We'll go Golf Echo Kilo Yankee.
And Echo Kilo Yankee, just to confirm, is that a power off glide approach or powered glide approach?
Glide approach is powered off glide to land.
Excellent.
Not for me.
Golf Bravo, Zulu, India, Oscar, runway vacated. Careful of that milkman.
Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, Roger, thank Jesus. Contact Shannon ground 121.8. Bye bye.
Over to ground, 121.8, yeah.
Hotel Kilo 23 downwind for runway 06.
Hotel Kilo 23, Roger. State intention.
Hotel Kilo 23 requesting second touch and go.
Hotel Kilo 23, Roger. Report on final runway 06.
Report final runway 06, Hotel Kilo 23.
And Shannon Tower, good evening. Charlie Alpha Tango, Bravo Tango, helicopter holding short, runway 06, ready for departures for circuits.
Charlie Bravo Tango, Hold position after departure, runway 06, cleared left-hand circuits, not above altitude 1,500 feet VFR, QNH 1011.
Holding position after departure, left-hand circuits, not above 1,500 feet. QNH 1011. Charlie Alpha Tango, Bravo Tango.
And Charlie Bravo Tango, correct. Hold position, I'll call you back for departure. Brake, brake. Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, Shannon Tower.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, ready to copy.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot. Surface wind 0504 knots, runway 06. Cleared takeoff, report downwind.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 06, report downwind, Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo vacated onto Charlie.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, welcome to Shannon. Contact tower 121.8. Bye-bye.
Over to 121.8 Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo. Thanks for the ATC.
Mind yourself.
Thank you.
Shannon Tower, Golf Kilo Yankee, final, runway 06, glide approach.
Golf Echo Kilo Yankee. Surface wind 0406 knots, runway 06. You are cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 06, Golf Kilo Yankee.
And Charlie Alpha Tango Bravo Tango, Shannon Tower.
Go ahead, Shannon Tower.
Surface wind 0405 knots, runway 06. Immediate departure, please. Report on downwind.
Immediate departure, runway 06, Charlie Alpha Tango, Bravo Tango. And report downwind.
Ooh, behave. We're getting there, lads. Oh, are we winning? Which frequency did you use for ATIS? It's working for me at Shannon. I don't know why it's not working for me, Icebird. I've broken me sim, clearly. Hey, how's Ailerons doing with his glide approach? Nothing to worry about, he said. It'd be grand, he said. Jesus. There's savage pressure here, lads. The main thing is, are you enjoying it? Are you getting enjoyment out of this? Like, it's all well and good me doing it. I am the biggest idiot in the land. I will get stuff wrong. But the whole idea here is, lads, we're trying to build up just your confidence, right? Because we want to do this with real world controllers. Well, VATSim controllers, right? That's what we want to do. So, like, if this helps, and, you know, you get a little bit used to talking and hearing instructions, and there's a couple of curveballs tonight. You're hearing different things
Golf
tonight.
Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee on final for runway 60, full stop.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee, roger. Runway 06, clear to land, surface wind 0504 knots.
Golf Kilo Yankee, climbing away. Gordon.
Golf Kilo Yankee, roger. Report on downwind for runway 06.
Wilco, Golf Kilo Yankee.
Clear to land, runway 06, Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee.
Loads of fun here. Right, how are we going for time? We're nearly there. Hey, Zybeck. Yeah, dude, no problem, man. It's
Shannon
all
Tower,
learning.
Balloon, Quebec, November, Quebec, November, Quebec.
Balloon, Quebec, November. Shannon Tower, pass your message.
Pardon me, sorry. Helicopter, Quebec, November, Quebec, November, Quebec.
Helicopter, November, Quebec. Shannon Tower, pass your message.
Requesting VFR departure to the west.
Helicopter, Quebec, November, roger. Fly runway heading, turn right. 110 degrees. Climb and maintain 1,500 feet. Expect flight level 4,000 feet, 2 minutes after departure.
Was that for Quebec, November, Quebec, November, Quebec?
Quebec, November, yes.
Roger that. Clear for a VF4 departure to the west.
Jesus. What do you even do with that?
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, downwind, runway 06, touch and go.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, roger. Report final runway 06.
Report final, runway 06, Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
And Charlie Alpha Tango Bravo Tango, also downwind, runway 06.
Charlie Alpha Tango Bravo Tango, roger. Report on final runway 06. Break. Helicopter Quebec. November, Quebec. Runway 06. Clear takeoff.
Clear takeoff 06. November, Quebec.
Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee vacated onto Charlie.
And Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee. Welcome to Shannon. Contact ground 121.8. Bye.
Ground on 121.8. Golf Delta Bravo Alpha Yankee. Amazing job tonight.
Thanks.
Golf Kilo Yankee Lake downwind 06.
Golf Kilo Yankee, roger. Extend downwind. I will call you back.
Extend downwind, Wilco Golf Kilo Yankee.
Later that day, ailerons flew to America because we forgot to call him back. I'm only joking. We'll call him back. Right, lads, we're going to wrap it up after this. Jesus. The main thing, if you're getting something out of it, grand, 'cause, like, it's hard work for me. I'm the dude that plays music and has the crack. Do you know what I mean? I don't do any sort of messing whatsoever. At
Delta
all.
Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot on final, runway 06, touch and go.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot. Runway 06, clear, touch and go, report downwind.
Clear, touch and go, runway 06, report downwind, Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
Jesus. I love this. Never knew much about the little differences from the US regs. Only thing decimal is absolutely impossible for me. It's a point. I get the point, it's not the decimal. So what are you saying? You don't get the point? Brilliant. Is the nameplate add-on in Discord? What do the colours mean? Freeman, you're welcome in. This is the new nameplate add-on by Fly with Nick. It was showcased on the Shadow Display Team stream. It's fantastic. It's available now over on flightsim.to. The colours will eventually mean different tiers of memberships that we
Shannon
have.
Tower, helicopter Charlie Alpha Tango Bravo Tango, turning final for a low approach.
And helicopter Tango Bravo Tango, roger. Cleared for low approach runway 06 and report on downwind.
Cleared, low approach 06, report on downwind, Charlie Alpha Tango Bravo Tango.
Shannon Tower, Golf Echo Echo Kilo Yankee, request vectors.
Golf Echo Echo Kilo Yankee, I didn't forget you. Fire. Turn left heading 150 degrees.
Left 150, Golf Echo Echo Kilo Yankee. We have traffic in sight turning onto final currently.
Roger.
Hotel Kilo 23 on final, runway 06. Touch and go.
Hotel Kilo 23. Clear, touch and go, runway 06. Surface wind 050 at 4 knots. Report downwind.
Clear, touch and go, runway 06. Will report downwind. Hotel Kilo 23.
Shh. Look at that thing.
Shannon Tower, just
Nature is
for
amazing.
information purposes, this will be touch and go.
Golf Echo Kilo Yankee, Roger. And Golf Echo Kilo Yankee. Turn left 060 degrees. Follow the Vision Jet on final for runway 06. Report on final and report traffic.
Golf Kilo Yankee reporting final 06 traffic insight Vision Jet landing.
All stations, Shannon Tower will be closing the frequency in 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
It's too early for lunch break.
I've a buddy in the French ATC.
Hotel Kilo 23 on final. Can I change my touch and go to a full stop?
Hotel Kilo 23, Roger, you are cleared. Full stop landing. Runway 06, surface wind 050, 4 knots.
Hello there.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot on downwind runway 06, full stop.
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, Roger, report final runway 06.
Report final, runway 06, Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
Shannon Tower, helicopter Charlie Alpha Tango, Bravo Tango, midfield downwind, runway 06, full stop.
Helicopter Bravo Tango, Roger, report final runway 06. Caution, other helicopter. No factor. Report final runway 06.
We'll report final, runway 06, helicopter Bravo Tango.
All stations. Caution, other traffic, a rogue weather baroon. No factor to incoming traffic, just to be aware.
Shannon Tower Echo in. Oh no, actually, Quebec, November, Quebec.
Quebec, November, Quebec. Shannon Tower, pass your message.
November, Quebec, looking for a return back to the field. Any chance the ILS is on?
You forgot to put batteries in the ILS.
I was going to say, by all means, yes, runway 06, but is there an ILS on 6? I thought it was 24.
There's an ILS on both.
You were cleared for ILS approach runway 06.
Why? Here, the ILS 06. November, Quebec.
Hotel Kilo 23 vacated onto Charlie.
Hotel Kilo 23, Roger, contact Shannon ground on 121.8. Bye.
Contacting ground on 121.8. Thank you, and I'll keep my eye out for the balloons.
And helicopter, November, Quebec, Shannon Tower.
Go November, Quebec.
Caution, other traffic is Cessna 172 on final for runway 06.
Visual for traffic. November, Quebec.
And it's hard to gauge your range, so I take it you're about a mile behind him. Would that be right?
Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot on final runway 06, full stop.
Delta Golf Romeo Foxtrot, surface wind 0504 knots, runway 06, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 06, Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
And November, Quebec, we're 7 miles out. So they're all ahead of me.
November, Quebec, Roger. Report on a 2-mile final for the ILS of runway 06.
We'll go.
Shannon Tower Golf Echo Echo Kilo Yankee downwind runway 06. Request circle to land. Short final.
Golf Echo Kilo Yankee, Roger. Port final runway 06.
Report final, runway 06, Golf Echo Kilo Yankee.
Shannon Tower, helicopter Bravo Tango on final runway 06, full stop.
Helicopter Bravo Tango, you are number 2 for landing runway 06. Follow the Cessna 172. On final, report them in sight.
We have the Cessna in sight, and as number 2, Charlie Alpha Tango, Bravo Tango.
Like, wouldn't you be jaded? Like, when it comes to controllers and they have the use of a radar and workload and they have systems where they can do racking and stacking, Jesus, it's such an eye-opener to think of how they manage things, because they're not just dealing with VFR traffic. Like, it's all IFR stuff. So, I mean, they're reading their routes. They got to give them different vectors, all step altitudes and all this. It's fascinating. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Like, yous have done an absolute incredible job tonight, lads. You really, really have. I mean, to think about it, what? A couple of weeks ago, that was the first time a lot of you guys...
Tango, Bravo Tango on short final.
Helicopter Bravo Tango, cleared land runway 06.
Clear to land runway 06, helicopter Bravo Tango.
Like, a lot of you guys...
Shannon Tower, Golf Echo Kilo Yankee, short final, runway 06, full stop.
Golf Kilo Yankee, clear to land runway 06, surface wind 040 at 5 knots. Follow the helicopter in.
Following the helicopter in, clear to land, Golf Echo Kilo Yankee.
For a lot of people, like, they weren't even able to say hello. You know, we started off with a call sign. And, like, the circuits, you'd be amazed how much training they kind of force you to do. Maintaining altitude, takeoff, landing. You know what I mean? Like, it's easier once you start doing the A to B stuff, because, well, our focus moves away a bit from the circuits and we start looking at maps and charts and figuring out the routes and the weather, and we start planning flights proper, right? But Jesus, like, we've had a ton of lads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We'd had nearly 20 people flying here tonight. Like, that's insane when you think about it. 20 people? Like, it's huge, lads. Considering when they weren't actually flying. You know what I mean? Considering, like, they've never, perhaps... Not all of them.
Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot, vacated onto Charlie.
And Delta Golf Romeo Foxtrot, welcome back. Contact Shannon ground on 121.8. Bye-bye.
Contact ground on 121.8. Thanks for the ATC. Bye-bye. Delta Alpha Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
November, Quebec, 4 nautical miles out.
November, Quebec, are you established on the LS?
Fully established on the ILS and the glide slope as well. November, Quebec.
November, Quebec. Surface wind 050, 6 knots, runway 06, clear to land.
Clear land 06, November, Quebec.
Shannon Tower, helicopter Bravo Tango, vacated via Charlie.
Helicopter Bravo Tango, welcome to Shannon. Contact ground on 121.8. Bye.
Thank you. 121.8, helicopter Bravo Tango. Good ATC, Murph. Thanks.
Yeah.
What's Muse fan saying? 21. You forgot to count Epic twice. Wait, what? Oh, wait. Yeah, Epic twice. We 21 pilots. Epic flew twice. But a huge shout out, like, not only to the pilots, like, Gibbo's done a stellar job on the ground. Fair play to him. This is the very first time Gibbo has, to my knowledge, in public, controlled any sort of ATC ever. Like, ever. He's never done this, to my knowledge, at all. Definitely he's never done this publicly. So, like, talk about getting the... Do you know what I mean? Talk about getting the chills.
So Golf Echo Kilo Yankee, vacated Charlie, meow.
Golf Echo Kilo Yankee, welcome to Shannon Airport. Contact ground 121.8. Yeah.
Over to ground on 121.8 meow.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Ah, there's buttons. Oh, Can Do is here with the Candonians. Welcome in, lads. We're just finishing up a bit of ATC. I tell you, been sweating buckets here tonight, lads. The Candonians have arrived. Oh, Jesus, Can Do is here as well. 9 months. What are we calling it? It needs a name. Welcome in, Raiders. Hope you guys had a fantastic stream. It's like coming into the classroom now. Do you know? Sit down there now and start reading a book. You going up here? Do you know? Welcome in. Hope you had a great night, lads. Oh, behave, baby. That's quite okay, Kozaki. No spanner at all. There's Epic Fool, look. So we're doing an ATC course, right?
Allow myself to introduce myself.
Did that play? Did you actually hear audio when MuseFan did the soul thing, the shout out? That should have worked. Please say it worked. Yes, it worked. Brilliant. Right? I have to tell you, I was flat out here. Like, this literally only takes me seconds to do things.
346 minutes later.
But I'd be flat out doing other things like this.
Look at that thing.
Oh, hang on. We'll do this properly, look. Haha, wait till you see it.
Quebec, November, vacated onto Delta 2.
Where's me buttons?
Quebec, November. Roger, contact Shannon ground 121.8. Bye-bye.
Over the ground, 0.8. See ya.
You don't know some of the call signs. You honest to Jesus, you don't know. Right, I think we're done.
All stations. Shannon Tower is now closed. Monitor Unicom 122.8. See ya.
That's grand there now. So what we were doing tonight, it's all about there's a bit of learning involved, but the major objective that we're trying to achieve here is to get people comfortable when it comes to talking on ATC for the very first time, in particular when they want to use VATSim. I mean, that's what the whole plan is, right? And yeah, this is our 5th lesson in. I think we're ready to start doing some AGB flying now. Circuits are... There goes Maddie. Maddie, you're in trouble. I think the circuit stuff is... it's difficult on both sides because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of action, there's a lot of things to be doing rather than just going and flying, right? So we're going to be starting some, A to B stuff a little bit later on, which makes it a little bit easier, right? So next week... we take a break because we're flying the Bremen flight next Monday. Maybe there's some VATSim controllers on and, we can jump on and do some of that ourselves. But certainly we'll pick up again in another 2 weeks. Make sure you grab the manual that we have. Everything here is for free. It's over on our Discord. Have a read through it. I've scoured the internet to put information in. I've put a few bits and bobs in myself, but it's over there in our Discord. Do be sure to grab it, have a read through it, because everything I've done there tonight, both from the pilot and the controller's perspective, it's typed out line by line, so you know what to say and when to say it. And if you were if your only ambition in life was to jump onto VATSim, to do VA4 circuits at Shannon Airport, if you follow this, you will absolutely be able to do that online. Absolutely be able to do all of that online. And that's the objective here. We want to take you in at the entry level to ATC. You're going to need the pilot skills. You're going to need to know how to control your aircraft, speed and all that jazz. You need to know all these things prior to, right? Within reason, right? Within reason. But this whole concept is, an entry level into using ATC. And there's an entire manual done here. We're up to 52 pages. It'll probably be 100 before I have it finished. But it goes into everything. How to use the document, introduction, what networks to fly on, why fly on one network versus the other perhaps, how do you connect your stuff, what if you're on the Xbox, how do you get involved, the whole shebang. So it's all there for you, right? And I need to fix this document because I've made a balls of it. I'll fix it. Everything works on it. It's just the layout is slightly askew. See where it has contents here? Well, that should be up a couple of inches, right? But look, Morse code is there. You can see where like I dragged it out. I need to fix all this. I'll do it tomorrow when I get 10 minutes, and I'll update a new one, right? Kimog, what's the difference between VATSim and IVAO? There's not much in between them. It's user preference. So you can read this book. It'll tell you, right? So VATSim, 100,000 plus aviation enthusiasts. IVAO, similar, but doesn't have the same amount of users. VATSim is bigger. There's a lot more coverage. There's more accurate. No, there's more towered coverage. I think that's a safer way of saying it. But they're pretty much the same thing. Yeah. Pilot Edge its coverage is mainly the Western United States. It's a paid subscription, but it's more of an enhanced experience when it comes to ATC, right? Have a read of it, yeah. Have a read of it and see what you think. You know. Am I right that the lesson 2 PDF have both lessons in it? Yeah. So this lesson that we did tonight, if you have a look at it, right, you'll see where I put in lesson 1 was radio check and readability. That's like your introduction to talking. Lesson 2 is putting it all together. So we'll start off with, you know, what a traffic circuit or a circuit looks like, what all the names are. These are important. If you learn these names, you know, the crosswind, downwind, base leg, final, you need to know them, because once you know what they are and you know what the airport is, it's a lot easier to kind of follow along, right? There's a chart here for Shannon that'll give you an idea. These are all free open source charts. That's from the Aviation Authority in Ireland. And then you have the lesson, putting it all together, and this is now stage 1 to 10. It's a 10-stage guide for this lesson, which will get you from the ground, cold and dark, power up, fly 3 circuits, and land again, all under the control of ATC. Line by line. And they're color-coded, so you know, as a pilot, that's what you say. As a controller, that's what they say. It has been verified with other VATSim controllers and real-world controllers. It is not exacting, because every controller is a little bit different. They might say something a little bit different, depending on what's going on in the day. It will 100% be different at other airports. But if you read this, and if you say what is in this as a pilot in Shannon, the controller will 100% understand exactly what you are saying. They'll understand it exactly. And that's what it's all about. It's a script. So if you're not a big reader, you don't need to read this stuff, right? You don't need to do any of this stuff. Just watch the streams, you can watch it. But if I can recommend anything, make an attempt, if you can, to follow stages 1 to 10 and read them. Because you start getting comfortable. You start figuring out, wait. And the next thing, you're almost interpreting what's going to happen next. That's a good thing when it comes to ATC. You'll get a good idea of what's going to happen next. Then for anyone during the week, if you have time, do be sure to jump onto VATSim as an observer, or just listen to something like liveatc.net and listen to real world ATC. You'll get the idea. You'll figure out fairly quickly what all this, you know, jungle is all about. They're just chatting. You know what I mean? You should do how to file on VATSim for VFR stuff. Yeah, but we're going to get into Flightplans soon. So in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be starting Flightplans. We'll follow the ICAO flight plan, the ICAO. Then we'll go VF4 and IFR flight plans. And because 90% of what we're going to be doing on this course is going to be through VATSim, probably a little bit more, well, we're going to use something like SimBrief, because that just makes it very, very easy. And SimBrief is free. SimBrief is absolutely free, yeah? So you'll see here, if you have a read down through it, the SimBrief dispatch system is the web's most comprehensive free virtual flight planning service. It also has the capability to pre-file our flight plans to the online networks. So that's what we're going to be studying very, very soon. It's a bit of crack. It's a bit of crack. Also, for anyone who is new here, I have a very handy and fancy IFR checklist. We're going to be using these things very, very soon. I was selling these. We've now made them for free. If you just put in !checklist, that's going to give you a link of where you can get this. We will be using these on this course a lot. We will be using these a lot. So the idea is when you print, it should print 2 on an A4 page. and then double print them, you'll make a little booklet. We will be using a lot of these. Exclamation point checklist, put it into the chat. You should be sorted. We're going to be having a lot of those. Or you can laminate it. Yeah, or you can laminate it, right? So if you want to get it for free, that's where you get it for free. As I said, I was selling these, but they're now for free. So just grab them for this course. After this course, they won't be free. All right? And it's designed to work with flight simulation, even though it mimics what you're using in the real world. Like absolutely mimics an IFR clearance chart in the real world. So you're going to need one of them. And then, of course, the document here is free. Everything is available over on our Discord. Do be sure to ramble over there and have a look. I'll jump back in here to Gibbo to see how he's getting on. Let's have a listen. Wonder how he's getting on.
Are you earwigging?
Shannon Ground, Echo India Tango Tango Mike.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike. Shannon Ground, pass your message.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike is a Cessna 172 over at the General Aviation ramp with information Bravo, request VFR circuits and engine start.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike, negative. It is bedtime. Shannon Ground is out of here.
Good man yourself, Gibbo. Brilliant. Is everyone down now? Oh, well, is everyone parked up?
Yeah, I think you lost one fella though.
I may have lost one.
He's still on our file. He's still somewhere over the Atlantic, I'd say, by now.
Oh, wait, balls, did we?
Yeah, you never sent him back to me. Should we send out a rescue party?
Oh, Jesus, look. Gibbo, I lost one. Holy Jesus. Say nothing. Say nothing.
You had one job to do.
We'll have to edit the... Man, I was under savage pressure, though, wasn't I?
I had him lined up for you, man. You couldn't keep up. You couldn't keep up.
I couldn't keep it up, Gibbo. No, I could. I kept them up. No, hang on. I was able to keep up with the thing. And, yeah. Jason, you did very well. You and your mad smooth voice. Did you ever think about doing radio?
That's all the filters that you gave me. No, but I definitely had the easier job than you, man. I don't know how you did it. Holy moly, fair play to you. You deserve a rest and a pat on the back.
I have to say, myself and Gibbo were only chatting there. Was it last night? We were saying we're going to plan soon to do a shared cockpit flight, the two of us, and we'll share the radios. Could you imagine the crack?
We have to do that. Yeah, across the pond. We have to do that together. Something like that. It would be hilarious for 10 hours.
For 10 hours? You know what I mean? I'd be like, Gibbo, I'm just stepping out there to the, right? It'd be brilliant. It'd be brilliant. But no, yeah. Dude, I just want to say a huge thanks to you. And I see Epic is there as well. And to be fair, right, I'd have been lost without this spreadsheet thingy. Epic Fool did a great job here, didn't he?
Yeah, 100%. Thanks, Epic. It really made a huge difference. So fair play.
Yeah, Rescue 115, do you want me to an immediate departure or try and find that last plane?
Do. He was last reported as a Cessna 172. Call sign Echo India Mike Alpha Sierra. Parts unknown. I blame, who's not here? I blame Jepson. Yeah, Jepson took him out. But anyway, Gibbo and Epic, lads, thanks so much. Fair play to you, lads. And we'll chat in a bit.
No worries. Take it easy.
Brilliant, right? Let's hear it for Gibbo and Epic. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right, lads, that's it. I'm away to bed. Do you know what I mean? Flat out tonight I was. I'm jaded. But I hope you're enjoying this series. I hope you're learning something. And if you're stuck at all with everything or with anything, well, shout out. Let us know in the ATC thingy-majiggy on Discord, in the chat, or send me a DM. Just let me know if you're struggling somewhere. We'll spend some time working on it together. I don't want anyone thinking that we're moving too far ahead. If there's an area you're struggling with and you want a bit of help, shout, hey, Murph, not happy with this. Can you give us another go of it? Yes, of course, right? So don't be afraid, all right? Don't be afraid. Right, lads, until Wednesday, thank you so much for joining me here tonight. Welcome in all the new people. Thank you also very much for all the raids and all your support. As always, guys, thank you so much. And as long as you guys are enjoying what we're doing, as long as you're getting something out of it, I am more than happy to keep doing it. And it's our community, it's our style of stuff. So never be afraid to shout up and saying, hey, can we do something like this? Or do you want to do something like that? I need the feedback. All right, I need the feedback. Right, so If he starts ranting at you, I'm recording. Yeah. Just go into Edson now and say, Jesus, that Murphy fella, great bunch of lads is Murphy, isn't he? Right?